recording here, recording over there.
Recording.
All right. Action. It's live now. Can't get out the seat now.
Damn. We're locked in, can't leave.
Yeah, locked in, can't leave. What up, everybody? It's your boy P.A from the Cafe Moto podcast. To my right, I have the big homie Manny.
What up?
And I have a guest that needs no introduction. I like to say everyone's a Tampa legend. We got one right here in the flesh.
What's up?
We got my boy Racer Realtor Chris.
The one and only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
Good,
tonight?
Dude. Awesome. I mean, I don't know if it's day or night anymore, man.
Yeah.
It goes dark at like 5, so I don't know.
Bro, facts.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, like
it's it happens, but then like when it does happen, like this year specific, I'm like 6:15. I'm like, nah, it's never been like this.
yeah. I thought the same thing. I was walking down the steps, like he was just saying. I was just like, bro, it's 6 o'clock. There's no reason why it should be this dark.
Yeah, bro. My wife be like, you should go to bed so late. I'm like, it's 7:53, but I agree. I feel like it's been like this all day.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, you know how it goes.
When it first happened, I was like, man, like it like everyone was kind of like thrown off.
Oh, dude,
like,
yeah.
At work, everything was just like, at least like I felt like an hour or two I was just robbed from it somehow.
It's terrible. My boy Gio called me the other day and he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, this, I'm not going to lie to you. It's pissing me off. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, the daylight savings, bro. He's like, this is pissing me off. I'm like, is that what you called me for? He's like, no, I'm just telling you, no, it's like pissing me off. I'm like, okay. Same.
I didn't even realize it happened. I didn't realize it till Monday, and I was getting ready for work. I was like, am I fucking late? Oh shit. It's light out.
I was the same way in the wife's car because I got in there and I'm like looking at the clock on it. I'm like, I grabbed my phone. I'm like, okay, daylight savings on.
Yeah.
Back to an hour. I was like, okay.
I was actually like the opposite. I was expecting it, and so I was like, man, we're gonna get an extra hour of sleep and everything, and I was so happy for it. And then the next day I was like, I don't like this at all.
It's not vibing right now.
No, it's not. Like we have to do PT at work every like Wednesday or whatever. Mm-hmm. And before it would just when we're running our 2 miles or whatever, the sun would be up when we're done. So I was like, all right, cool. I know that we're done. You start off with the sun already up. So it's just like, and I don't know why it made that much of a difference to me, but when we were running, I was just like, I don't like
Yeah, that's the only thing, man, is in the mornings. It's bright now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So sorry. In advance, we have properly gotten our asses whooped with Manny's car and his suspension. It looks great now, especially when he puts the wheels on and everything, but an LS 460L, the all-wheel drive Lexus. Don't buy one if you ever were interested in getting one.
That's the car, right? Like that's the big 4-door?
Yeah.
When I tell you, I understand why people stopped at the 400 and the 430. No one does the 460. I completely understand that.
Now you know why.
Yeah.
Bro.
The CV axles are no joke, man. Sometimes they just don't want to come out, dude, and it's a pain in the ass.
It was a lot more than just the CV axle.
Yeah.
But you guys got like axle out of boot and everything, you said, right? It was just like the coupling of the CV stuck in the trans?
That was just the one we did today. The one I did without him, it got stuck in the spindle side. I had to hit up Neil and have him help me pull it out.
Oh my God, bro.
It was
What year is that car?
10.
Is it 2010?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you wouldn't think, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, then, those things were in there then. Jeez.
Yeah.
It was.
I thought you were gonna say it was like a 90 something or whatever. I'm not super versed on Lexus, but yeah.
I'm not super versed on that, and I don't want to be.
I would have came here. I would have been like not super versed in any of it. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It was wild. I was just like, I wanted to help, and I just don't know how.
Emotional support always is good with friends. Like, you know, when you see them struggling, you're like, dude, honestly, man, just hit it with the hammer again. And it don't move, and you're like, I saw it move, dude. It was moving, dude. Do it again.
It's funny you say that, you know. It came to that towards the end of yesterday.
I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm telling you, you should hit this with the hammer. He was like, I don't know. So he grabs the mallet, and I'm like, no, you need the hammer. Like, this 5-pound sledge. That's what you need to hit this,
brother. I can't get started on hammers because, like, I went with a friend of mine, and we went to the junkyard. He's like, yo, I need to pull some injectors for my Audi. don't buy it. Just don't buy Audi stuff, bro. Like the amount of over engineering and bolt placement to everything has to come out to get everything else out.
Yeah.
So we're in the junkyard and dude, it's hot. And like we're doing it, whatever. And they're DI injectors, so they're already a pain in the ass to get out. And like we're sitting there, and it's what is it? Is it a 1.8 or a 2.0T? Whatever, the inline motor, whatever. Bro, he's trying to get in there. He's getting all his little sockets, whatever. I'm doing a couple. It's not budging. I'm looking at it. He's like, bro, I'm like, give me the hammer. He's like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna bend that. I'm gonna bend this out the way. It's a plastic intake, bro. I look around. I was like, I obliterated the throttle, flew off, everything. I'm like, look, you can get the injector out. So I mean, I don't know how he's gonna put them on his car. Because I don't think he's doing it with a hammer on his car. I got him off with a hammer. Pretty good.
It worked.
Bro,
hammers are proven. They work. Torches and sledgehammers work.
Oh yes, I second the whole torch movement for sure.
Yo, honestly, torch movement is a whole thing.
That's where it's at for sure.
If you don't got a propane torch, you're a car guy. You're not a car guy. If you've never had to need a torch, like
masquerading.
Yeah, bro.
Pretend.
You're doing Temu bolt-ons. you need a torch, bro. You got a torch.
For sure.
It saved me so many times.
For sure. Especially with, all of us here, we have to get into your car, but everyone here at least likes 90s shit boxes, as everyone calls it. So,
Japanese 90s, rusty.
Yeah, exactly. So, but that is a nice segue into what is it that you drive, sir?
So I guess you could say a couple toys. One of them is it's my biggest headache / it's my first love, is my first car. So I do have an all-wheel drive GSX Eclipse 96. Yeah. That car's got its whole story. That was my grandmother's car. She bought it new in Puerto Rico. My first car when I was 14. Yeah, legit, bro. That's a legit import, double import. So, I got that as my first car, whatever. So that's at the house, just sitting around, classic DSM fashion, jack stands, but actually not on the stands, but no motor in it. Motor's been built for 2 years, sitting in my game room. It's a nice, really expensive decor piece that I have. But I got that. Then I got the G8. That's kind of my little,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's like my car, when my other cars are down, because I feel like that's rude. You know what I mean?
All reliable.
It's all reliable. It's like my backup / if I want to go out and I don't want to be sweaty and I want to be with AC, it's my fun car. It does everything. So it's a supercharged G8 GT Striker Blue. It's pretty. It's got full bolt-ons. Wheels, lip kit, whatever. And then the Prodigy, the Legend, the whatever you want to call it. I got a 75 280Z Datsun, which I think a lot of people know it. A lot of people I know, or that know me or know the car, know my father, who was the original builder and owner of the car.
Which we were going to get into that origin, that story.
Yeah, no, that thing.
For sure.
It's the whole thing. If you don't know, you're going to know some stuff now. But that car, it's a 75 Datsun 280Z. Now we're going to build LS. So it was an LS2 swap originally. Now it's all the LS2 top end is swapped onto a Ford Gen 5.3, which is a truck motor. We built it up for boost. So it's all Texas speed, everything, Ford's rotating assembly. Should be good for 1,000 plus. They say 1,200. I'm not shooting for that. It's a street car. It's got no roll bar, no roll cage, stock seat belts. They say you die like men, but I'm not really trying to die in the car. So it's built for good power, but it's not going to be all the way out there. I like to, there is a limit. You got to know what you're building. Either fun, fast, fun, reliable. You can kind of have a little bit of it all. It has to balance.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't go one way or the other, else you can't, expect, like they say, reliability, and be fast, or then, you know what I mean, be slow and then you're reliable, but whatever. But yeah, that car is a big rear mount turbo car. Super 8.8 off a 21 Coyote. It's a custom Apex engineered rear subframe. So car boogies. It's at the fab shop. Shout out to Ariel right now, because he's finishing the car up this week. So we'll see what happens. The car should be probably first startup by the end of the week, because he said we should get the car back from fab Tuesday. So
that's what's up.
What's up? For
people that are listening that might not know who, I always can never remember if it's Ariel or Ariel, how you say it, but
it's Ariel. Ariel.
Gotcha.
I would think it's Ariel. It's like the same, same shit happens with me. Like Jose, like everyone's like, it's Josue, not Jose. I'm like, dude, I know this guy for like 20 years, bro. Like I don't. There's so many of them. Like,
what's wild is what I was gonna say about him. I knew him only as the moniker Whitezilla. Mm-hmm. I didn't know him like his name or anything. When I was stationed in Goldsboro, I feel like there has to be like some sort of Goldsboro something. Now I mention it every pod, but when I was stationed in North Carolina and I had my Mazda Speed 3, I just used to watch all his videos. Oh, you were a Speed 3 guy? Yeah.
Oh, of course. So that makes sense why you would know him then. It seems like I've just discovered this as well, is that he is like, I mean, it makes sense. He's got what I think like the only 1,000 horse Speed 3 that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't think many touch.
No, man, but I got like he posted, or we collaborated on a post the other night, and I just like all these followers, Speed 3, Speed 3, Speed 3. I'm like, well, he's I guess top Speed 3 people, like so
yeah. But yeah, I watched all his videos and everything, and I didn't even know he did fab work. And then he came out with his own like downpipe, and so I bought it, and that was like when I first got stationed here. And I had bought like one of Cork Sports, their bigger turbo. It's bigger, but it's still stock frame.
Yeah, stock frame, big wheel.
Yeah.
Like a hybrid.
Yeah. And which that turbo actually, now that I think about it, sounds like the new car. Yeah. Actually. So, but yeah, when I bought that and I got his downpipe and everything, and man, I loved it. It sounded amazing. So yeah,
he does
shout
good work,
out to
man.
Does he have like a fabrication like business now, or is just that he knows how to do it?
So he's been wanting, like, from the short time that I've known him, like from his car for a while, like a couple years now, but he's always been kind of like low key. Yeah. So like if you know him, like you know him, and like a lot of people in the area know him.
Super quiet,
but he's good people.
Yeah.
So like he lives over here down the street, like in a subdivision, whatever. So he was planning on like, hey, like I want to expand, like, get a shop, whatever. So he ended up selling his house, and then they found a property not too far down the road. So he's got a property now, massive. I think it's like a 30 by 60 shop, 3 bay or 3, door bay, whatever, but it's really long. So he's got like all the room. Like that's a nice shop now, but now he's like starting to take more of like the fabrication jobs. Cause obviously, you got like a 3-car garage. You got your own toys. You live in a neighborhood. Like you might, like I would always take in my stuff like, hey man, I need to put this fitting on, or here's the valve cover. Can you weld these 90s? Sure. But like,
do the small
stuff. Here's my whole car in a trailer. Can you, well, no lift, not a lot of room. He's working on his car, but he can't push it to the side because it's small. Like, so now, he's got the house in the garage, but then he's got the shop. So yeah, he's more expanding into finally like, hey, like I can do projects. But what I like about him is that not only does he do good work and he's like, straightforward with you or whatnot, but he's not one of these guys that's like, yo, pay me up front, or like, it's going to be this much, and then drop the car off and your car's in line with like another 10 cars and it's just him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you can only do 1 car every week or 2, whatever, take them as they come in order and tell them like, yo, I can get your car in like a week or 2 or whatever. Don't be like, take Manny's car and then don't touch it for a month. But then you told me today that you take my car, but I'm behind Manny, but Manny's behind someone else. Like, why take my car over there? Like, I hate shops like that. But he's better. He's better. He's good peeps. He's not, shop. He's got his own setup. But that's what's great about it, is like he can take his time, and if it's his name on it, he's gonna make sure it's right.
It's good.
I don't have a lot of people touch my stuff, so I entrust him with it because I've seen and I know his work. So like I'm good. So
yeah, for sure. The reason I was asking, I didn't know if he had like a business name. I was going to shout him out. But like I said, I know him as Whitezilla. We'll tag Whitezilla.
I think he's just kind of going by like the IG. I don't know if it's like official. Like I think it's like WZ Speed 3 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you guys can look him up.
I'll find it and I'll put it up on the screen or whatever.
Yeah, man. So. You guys are local to Tampa or Riverview. Like that'll be your guy. Like so
for sure, especially if you're a speed guy,
super speed guy, people.
Yeah,
Mazda guys, go to him.
Yeah, 100%. That's like the car world is so small. Everyone says it's a small world. It's so weird to like know certain people, and then like you meet them in real life. Essentially, that's how I felt whenever I met him at Toys for Tots. That I was just like, you're the guy that I was watching on on YouTube for like 2 years.
That's what's cool about being, into cars, man, when you're at like any level. Like you see something crazy or somebody knows somebody or you're part of something small about the car or whatever, like there's a link always almost, and it's like, that's wild, Oh, I used to live in this state. Me too. Like it's always something, dude. Yeah. It's always something. I don't know how it works like that, but it is a small world.
Yeah,
for sure.
Have no clue how it works that way, but hey, it works for sure.
It does work.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only car guy out here who hasn't gone to Goldsboro.
Yeah.
I have not been to Goldsboro, so
we
could go together. We could be a part of that. So
do that. Let's do that.
But I don't know if Goldsboro now is what it was before. Like it's still an underrated, like very low key city, but I don't know if it's the same. I know some of the same people are still there, but the one thing about the military, we all just cycle through. So we all kind of were there at the same time or right after each other kind of thing. But all the other people that like I used to run around with, they're all like married, kids now.
Oh, like nothing like you. He said that like, I can't believe they did that. Like,
they're all chill. Like we would go out and race in the middle of the night. They're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
When's the last time you did that?
Race? Well, I don't race anymore. I mean, I will at Skier Wyatt Invitational.
Low key speaking about himself right now. But yeah, Skeeter stuff though, super like upset. I haven't been out there for that yet. I gotta make it. I gotta make it to the next one or something. At least even
it's next weekend.
Next weekend?
Yeah, Sunday.
I mean, if I'm already tested with the Z, I'll go just to put some braking miles because I don't know, man. I got to get that car aligned, everything. My goal for that one is Winterfest, obviously. It's fresh 100s.
Oh, yeah. Got to.
Got to be there, bro. Got to get my new wristband.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to come by and say hi to us at the shop, too, or at the
tent. For our booth,
100%.
our tent.
100%.
Yeah. Don't do us like Sevens Day.
Bro, stop.
Man, God.
Put me on the spot like that. Made me feel bad.
Gunshots. Some.
The West Side gunshots.
Yeah, West Side gunshots for sure. Man, that just gave me an idea about Sevens Day. So for those who don't know, we're going to be at Sevens Day. Come say hey.
We're going to be at
or Sevens Day. Jeez, I'm tripping. Winterfest.
We've been at 7 days. We're going to Winterfest.
You saw it. Hold on.
Pause.
Hold on. Let me say this now since we're not all the way at the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Please. Thank you.
In that order.
Yeah. Definitely. If you like Chris, like. If you hate Chris, like.
if you like the pod, if you like me at any point in this video, like it. If you don't, unsubscribe.
Actually, if you don't, just comment how much.
Yeah,
you don't.
Don't unsubscribe. Don't do that to them. Just say Chris, boo. Fat guy, no good. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I realize I got to do better, or we got to do better at that instead of like saying it at the end or whatever.
I think the only time I ever said that was when the Skeeter and Billy podcast when they were going off the rails, and I was like, "We're never getting sponsorships." Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
No one's ever funding us after this.
Yeah, that's all right. We're sponsored by Run It and the Shop Collective.
Boom.
And friendship.
For sure. For those that don't know, this whole because it's been a year now.
Yeah, actually,
it's crazy to think about. It's been a year that we've done it. To think where we started to where we are now. But everyone that's been on has all been homies, and I keep calling everybody Tampa legends because to me they are. But yeah, they've all been homies. So shout out to legends, Tampa legends, all the homies, all the friends.
Solid friend group, solid guys around this area. Honestly,
yeah.
At least this point in time too.
Yeah,
it's been good. It used to be a little, a little toxic, a little kind of, but now it's. I don't know. I feel like everyone's different now. But everyone vibes really hard, so like I appreciate it. It's good. And same deal with like the Friendsgiving stuff. Like last year, I feel like I came here like so random because you just like were like the day before like, yo, by the way, like we're doing this thing, and Don was like, dude, don't be weird, go. And I'm like, and then like that's when I met Okini like for the first time.
Wow.
it's funny because he's like, I used to like go out street racing with your dad all the time. Because he's like, I was best friends with Auntie Santiago. I'm like, Andy with the silver Subaru? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, bro, he was like, you were like this. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, bro, like, it's always a story like that. But I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how am I in someone's backyard for a Friendsgiving with cars to be told like, oh yeah, man, I used to street race your dad, but this was like 15, 16 years ago. And I knew you, but I had more hair and you were a lot littler, still the same size, but small, but
that's wild, man.
Yeah, I
didn't realize that. That's crazy.
It's always like that. Yeah. Even Dominic, we were friends. Like we became friends from the Fuzzy meet. And he goes, I would say maybe like a year into our like friendship, we take a picture at his house, and he has, he's got a 3-car garage, so like whatever. So I think the Mini Cooper or whatever, it wasn't there or whatever. So I was like, yo, I came in the Z. So we took a picture because he's super Nissan guy. Everything is Nissan. Yeah. So we put the Z.
One of the cleanest 33s you will ever see.
It is like the cleanest true street driven, all around like 33. Like I've seen cleaner ones, but they're full restoration, top to bottom, rotisserie. Mm-hmm. But like they don't use the car. Yeah. This car is like right there, like on cleanliness, in and out, bottom to top, the whole deal. I mean, basically everything's been done on it, but it gets used. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's not get used and you can see it. No, like it's used and like that's the point. Like you should enjoy it. But that day we took a picture of the Z, his Q50, which it's red.
Yeah, the red one.
And so we got red, white, and blue, all Nissan, right? And it was, I guess 70s, 90s, like 2000s, right? So whatever. We thought it was cool. So he posted a picture up. And his dad's brother, so his uncle, his name's Onyx. He goes and he comments. He's like, "Oh, like is that Wolf's car?" And Dominic's like, "Yeah." And he's like,
"How did you know?"
And he goes like, "Yeah, no, I used to ride in that car all the time." Blah blah. And then that's when like Dominic put one and one together. His uncle, Onyx, I believe he was Army, but he was working like what's it called? I don't know. Is it reserve? I don't remember what it is. But he would work at the St. Petersburg, the Coast Guard station, like a sector. Yeah. And he was always there, just like doing whatever. Like he was not like active. He wasn't Coast Guard. He was just there for like reserve stuff or whatever. Okay. But he knew my dad for years because he was there for quite a while. So like they were, both Puerto Rican dudes, whatever. My dad was like, head engineer of the shop, whatever. Like, mechanic MK1 at the time when they met. And yeah, that's just like so funny because even Dominic was like, bro, like I've seen your car years ago. I didn't know it was you or your dad. I never knew who it was. Then, we become friends because like, obviously we live here. Like that's always crazy too. You find out everyone lives like right here in Riverview, right here in Riverview. Oh, I live right down in Riverview.
Manny's just the only one that doesn't.
And that guy.
Yeah, and he's kind of close. He's Valrico.
Closer than I am.
You could get there within 20 minutes.
Right now.
Touche.
Very sure.
301
right now.
301 is a beast.
But but I mean, like, yeah, it's just crazy though. It's like, I don't even know how so many people know. Like the connections are crazy. Like everybody is literally like intertwined with each other some way. Yeah. There's always like a puzzle piece missing, and when it was put in, everything connects, right? And it's like, dude, that's wild. Like, how do I know you, or how have I seen you, or we've met before? And it's like, or dude, I've had times where I've had a conversation with someone and we're talking about stuff. Oh yeah, man, back when I was a teenager, I raced this car, blah blah. And they're like, you got a black Eclipse? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you just go to Courtney? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, whatever. Like we ran in my Mustang or whatever, and you put like 2 cars on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so you had the red car? Like back, this was like 2015 or something. Like, yeah, but like the stories, it's like we used to hang out and we don't know each other at all, and then the story comes up, you're like, wow. So I don't know, man. Stuff's craziness.
That's wild. That's like going to Seven's Day and saying you're gonna get on someone's.
Bro, what's this button?
Yeah. Oh man, that's fun. All right, that's the last shot. That's the last shot. So we've talked. You brought up Wolf Z, and you brought up your Datsun. So what is the? If you want to go condensed, you can go condensed. What is the story behind the Wolf Z?
So okay, I guess the story behind the car makes a lot more sense to tell the story about the man or the owner, the builder, right? So my dad, his name is Wolfrondo. So everybody always call him Wolf. Obviously, like I don't know who's gonna go around and be like Wolfrondo. I never heard no one say that. They're always like, Wolf.
No
Wolf,
one ever
cool.
says my full name.
No, never. Like I'm always Chris. Like someone calls me Christopher, I just keep walking. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like
exactly.
The guy who like discovered America or whatever. Like, no, I mean. But yeah, no, people be like, oh, what's Wolf, whatever. So back in PR, back when my dad was like in high school and stuff, even before I believe, like when he was like a teenager, like I got like photo albums from my mom's house that are like this big. And it's just him always with Z's. Like he had like so many 240, 260, 280 Z's. Like he's just a Z guy. Always been a Z guy. Love the L28 motors, especially the turbo ones, like the L28 turbo, like the inline six they come with. Or you get like a 240, put like a L28T out of like a 280ZX in it or whatever. Stout, that's fun. A lot of torque, good power, especially for 90s, early 2000s. It was a good car.
Yeah.
He had a couple little V8 small block Chevy ones back in PR or whatever. He had one specific that was like a nitrous car or whatever. But I think that was like what really sparked him was like he liked the Z car. A lot of people like the Z car.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's iconic.
It's an iconic car. It's great. Like I feel like for anybody, it's one of those cars that like you drive it and you go like, you know what? In any form, you're like, I like it. You know what I mean? So I think that's where his like passion, his love for the Z car came from, was just, being young and just having so many, building them so many different ways. But even when he was, in PR, everyone knew him for the Z's. Like he was always the Z guy. So, fast forward coming into the States, he joined the Coast Guard, whatever. That's why we moved. Him and my mom and, PR. They moved here, whatever. They had me. And all the VHS tapes. It's always him with Z's, him with Z's, him with Z's. So like got to a point where everyone's like, oh, Wolf Z. Because like he's a Z guy, right? And his name's Wolf. So they're like, oh, Wolf Z. The name really stuck, I would say, once we got the blue car. So the blue car, I want to say we got the current, the 280, the 75 that we have. I want to say that we got that car, I was probably like third or fourth grade here in Tampa. And we bought that car. It was like some like super old white dude, long white beard. Dude looked like he was going to like make a potion or something and make a spell. Like I thought he was like a wizard, dude. I'm like, what is it? But he had like a super like Larry the Cable Guy like voice to him. Like, this is wild. And I remember
a good deal.
But dude, I remember being like super pissed because like if you look at old photos that I've posted, when we used to live in MacDill, my dad got stationed in Florida. He had a 2+2, which was the one with the back seat, super ugly, 280ZX turbo. So he had that one, and then he had a prettier silver one, nice wheels, lowered a little bit, and it was a normal two-seater, whatever.
Yeah, 2.0.
Yeah, so like whatever, it was pretty, but they had matching license plates on the valence on like the lower front bumper, and it was like a nice like European style plate, and it said Wolf 280ZX, and then the other one said Chris 280ZX, and I was like in kindergarten. Like, this is always gonna be your car. Fast forward like fourth grade.
Is that the silver one?
Yeah, okay. The silver one. Yeah, we moved. I posted it like a couple days ago on the birthday post or whatever, and I love that car, man. The sounds, the noises, like it's 212s in the back with like a plexiglass. You know how it was back in the day with the plexiglass and the lights inside. Oh. So, bro, my dad would come over and be like, Grace, and I'm like, what? And he'd be like a Thursday night, dude. I'm only like in the third, fourth grade. He's like, don't say nothing, but come, let's go. I'm like, what? Where are we going? He's like, I don't want your mom to know we're going to the meet, and we'd go to like the Lowe's meet over there in like Brandon. In the silver car, and like we go and I grab my little, it was like a little RPM gauge with flames. I'm like, oh, this is, mixtape, whatever. Oh, what's this 50 cent mixes? Oh, okay, all the military guys, burning disc. And I'd be like, oh, you know what, this is gonna be fire today. I put that one right there in the little, the Kenwood, start bumping, and like, dude, like I don't know, I could barely see out the window right here, and it was T-top, So I'm like, dude, we're thugging, dude. It's like 8 o'clock. I'm riding around, like you got the blitz blow valve going off and everything. I'm like, yo, we out here. My dad was always looking for runs. So whatever, we sneak out to meets and stuff. And then,
how did your mom not hear it?
Well, I think she heard it, bro. It's just like my dad was just like, well, it's not that. I think she didn't know that I was in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd just be like, dip out to the meet, go hang out with his friends, but she didn't know that I was there.
Out. It's you sneaking out.
Yeah, like I was supposed to be in bed. My sisters are in the other room asleep. I'm asleep. All the lights are off. Like, okay, Chris is asleep. She ain't gonna go check or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, I'm out here in the streets, bro. Been about that. So, so like fast forward, one day, one of our good friends, to this day, Cody, he was like just fresh out of high school, long Jesus hair, super skinny white kid. I've never seen this guy in my life. He comes to the house on like a Friday, like afternoon or some shit like that. And I'm like, looking at him, my dad's like, oh, this is Cody. Like, why don't you be? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, who cares? Like, whatever. Hey, this is the guy that's buying your car. First I hear of it. I'm like, wait, what? Dude, I start crying. I didn't want to talk to my dad or nothing. Like, cause I was like, bro, like we both have cars. Like, what do you mean? What? No. He's like, we're buying another Z. Like, I found another Z. Like, we're gonna build it, and like, later, whatever, it'll be your car. I didn't want to hear none of that, bro. I was like, I was in love with the silver car. The noises, the turbo sounds, or whatever, man. Fast forward to the Wizard. So we get to the Wizard's house. He lives like back of Brandon, almost Valrico, like right there. Dude, he has it in the front. He goes and pulls the car cover off, and dude, this thing is beat, bro. This thing's like a dark blue, like a matte blue, but it's not matte. It's just like so faded. Yeah. Black stripes, a tow hitch. Oh, it's got like painted on the decklet Z. Then it has a chrome blue plate that says Z. Then like on the bumpers, it has Z's. I'm like, and it's like full of rust holes and shit. I'm like, you sold my car, and this was, and then like he goes and opens the engine. And my dad's like, yeah, but you got to see why we're buying it. It's got like a, whatever, shorty headers, this, that, blah, blah. It's got a little small block 350 in it.
I was about to say it has to have a small block.
And I'm like,
cool.
Yeah, bro. So what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, whatever. Like,
other one was done.
Yeah, but like, mind you, like, I'm still a little kid. So like, I'm not like super, like, I couldn't identify right then and there, like, oh, it's like V8 swap wire. So my dad was like, oh, it's got a Chevy motor, it's got a V8 in it. I knew what that meant, but I'm like, all right, cool. We go home. He's like, hey, keep your feet on the dash. Bro, I gotta go get in it. It's all dynamated, but the car's like originally a copper, like brown car. It's all dynamated. Sit in the car. It's got those R racing seat covers from AutoZone from back in the day. They're like blue with the black. They feel like freaking plastic. And he's like, put your feet up. I'm like, what? He's like, put your feet up. He grabs the mat. There's a freaking hole in it, dude. And he's like, it runs and dries fine, whatever. So I'm literally like this. Damn. And I'm like 11 or 10 years old, and I'm like this, and we're driving 20 minutes back to Bloomingdale. I'm like, what do you mean that it's like the motor? Like, I can't even put my foot down, dude. So like, whatever, dude. So immediately he gets it painted like really quickly, like first time around, gets all the body work done, places a couple things, gets it painted, comes off the trailer with some chromed out that he polished like ZX wheels, big tire, put a cow induction hood, the little BRE wing. It's all painted up. I'm like, okay, so it's kind of hot though, like, you know what I mean? So like at that point, I'm like, I'm over the silver car now because like this is sick, and not for nothing.
Did you get to pick the color?
No, he did Chevy Electron blue the first time, so like a really dark purpley blue. But dude, it looked so hot. It had like the actual fiberglass, which I miss. They broke a couple years ago. A friend of ours dropped one in the garage, but it had the like the Arrow headlight covers. Yeah, so they were paint matched. So it looked like a bullet. So like me as a little kid, like we went out to the night meets. I'd have to go. He'd give me the Allen. I'd jump out the car. I'd go unscrew the Allens, take the covers off, put them in the trunk. And then he'd be like, yo, we're going to Gandy. Turn the bottle on, check the pressure. And I'm back there. And I was like, oh, yeah, pressure's on. I'm like, okay, we're good. That's wild. But like, I grew up in all these stages of the car. So like, like condensed version of the car, it was a 350 rust bucket. Then it was, cleaned up 350 on spray. Probably did a couple things. I don't even know if it was cammed. Blew up. Did a 383 stroker, a little budget build, sealed powered, forged piston, stuff like that. Up the shot a little bit. Put a TH400 in it, 4-speed with overdrive. Cool, whatever. Then it got upgraded to CVs. So it was an OBX like LSD. So it was a LSD R200 rear end with the 300ZX turbo axles. So like that was like a stout setup, Yeah. So, and that's what the car had up until like, year and a half, 2 years ago now, almost. So, it was good for that power. Anything under like 500 was good. Yeah,
but I was gonna say
that was like 6. That was like the fun setup. And then my dad was like, you know what? And this is probably like I'll say 08. I think it was like 08, early 08. He's like, let's do like a rear mount turbo. So, oh no, I'm jumping too far ahead. So it was 383. After that, car goes LT1, and that's honestly when the car kind of low key was like a menace because the car was like 2000. I would say 6 to 8. It was an LT1 car, like little cam, port intake, whatever. It was a bolt-on stuff. The car was stout. It was an automatic car, but it was on bottle. So like the car rode hard. And I remember going out with my dad all the time to like Courtney and Gandy. And there was one night specific. I can find that video for you guys on Graveling. Like this is like 15, 17 years ago, whatever that video says, ridiculous. I just watched it a couple months ago. BMR, like the suspension company.
I had them on my Monte Carlo.
BMR had a LS1 GTO. What was that? I think it was 05. It was brand new.
Okay.
It was the 06 GTO, I believe, was the LS2. That's when they came with the, both exhaust tips. Yeah, like the same, like the Monero, that round, the last gen GTO.
Yeah.
So they came out in that car. It's on a trailer. Super nice. Comes off. Big sticker on the back windshield, BMR suspension, whatever. I think it said Clearwater. I think that's where they were located at the time. I don't know if they're still there.
They're in like Plant City now.
Plant City now, right? Yeah. I believe it said Clearwater. I want to say that's where they were, like had HQ'd up or whatever years ago. Car's on nice wheels, like billet wheels. It's like a drag car, like blue, ghost flames in black and stuff. The car was really hot. Like it was a good, like their tester drag car, whatever. And I believe it was like, I think it was like a cammed out, full bolt on, whatever. It's supposed to be a fast car. They brought off a trailer, whatever. We're out there in the Z. Guys are talking, whatever. And from my understanding of what I was told was like it was supposed to be like a money run or whatever. But my dad was like never into like running for money. He just always wanted to run for fun. He don't like problems. He just wants to, some people who didn't know him thought he was like an asshole, but he's just always trying to joke around. But he really wasn't like that, like asshole-y or nothing. He was just more like, you could tell like this guy's wild. You know what I mean? So it got to a point where he would do his classic, pack his cigarettes up, whatever, take one out and go like, listen, man, like my car's a piece of shit. I built it from like LKQ and you got that shit on a trailer with stickers. So, I mean, if you don't want to get, gapped, that's fine. And nobody wants to hear that. And nobody wants to hear that. Like at the street races on a trailered, brand new built car that's sponsored or whatever. So they're like, all right, line it up then. It was like a 20 roll, 2 digs, a 40. I don't know. I think the Z put like 3 to like 5 cars on that car, like every single run. Yeah. Like this was like what was this? Like Chi-Town Mayhem Films, like TR Tampa Racing days right before graveling even started getting big. This is back when like Steve Block, like for anyone who's super OG and knows that name, this is back when he was just starting out filming stuff. And like that video was wild because that night everyone was like, bro, that Z's fast as shit. So that's kind of when people like knew my dad for the silver car. And then they knew him for, like now the silver car was like the Bread Factory, 4th Street, 78th Street, all that stuff. And then when the blue car came and it was at that level with the LT, he was out all the time and people were like, dude, that car's fast. Last, full send for the LT was he thought, well, I like this whole rear mount turbo stuff because he found like 2 dudes, older dudes that he made friends with that were like C5 Corvette owners with STS twin turbo kits. And that was like the new hotness. But like low key, like nobody was like, "Oh, that's laggy. That's so stupid. Why would you put him in the back?" Yeah. Well, there's no space. We'd go cruising with them, and mind you, this is like 2000s, and they'd go give a hit, an LS1 Corvette or like an LS6 Z06 with STS cam. We're like, that sounds really wild because they're right in the back of the car. They sound crazy, and those things are fast, dude. Like they're a stock motor car making like 500-600 horsepower. Like those things are fast. So my dad was like, you know what? I could just like do a Y pipe, just throw a turbo underneath the back of the car and just send it. So it was already on spray and everything else. My dad was like, like whatever, like it does good on the spray. Like we just retune it and see what it does. Dude, we go out to go shoot a video in that car with the rear mount. It was on a whole set, like HX40. Whole set. He goes to go do a burnout with that freaking diesel turbo hooked up underneath the back of the car. Starts doing a burnout, wow. I'm like, damn, this sounds crazy. This is the first time I'm in the car, like finished. We go do a pull. Dude, that thing, he was like, we're gonna throw it on boost, bottle, everything for the video, right? Oof. Bro, he goes to go hit it. Immediately, all I see is a geyser because we had like, this is back when the car had a cow induction, a scoop, and then like vents. It's a lot of stuff going on. Now it's just a stock hood. Smooth, looks clean. Yeah. But bro, the driver's side vent, all it was a geyser of like straight black oil. I shit you not, dude. It went all over the roof. It was probably went up like 3 feet. And I was in the car and I was like, and my dad, bro, his face was just like, holy shit. Like, okay, yeah, it blew the fuck up. Like it blew up. You know what I mean? He opens the hood. I'm looking like this and I'm like, oh my God. I'm just see shit going like this. I'm like, it's out. So then fast forward to what that car was on pause for a little bit because he was like, well, it's either buy a new LT or we do something. But again, he did the turbo because of the LS guys with the vets. And obviously what was kind of fast back then at the time, F body guys,
Yeah.
C5 guys. Like,
well, clearly not the BMRF body.
clearly, you know, it was fast, man. But it was like, you know, they do suspension, you know, so
Yeah, and that car's way lighter.
yeah. Oh, that
body.
thing, you know, those things are huge cars.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the Z didn't weigh nothing, especially back then. But like, my dad was like, you know what? I want to do something that's going to be good. And I remember him sitting down with my mom, like on eBay Motors, and he's like, listen, I got 2 options. It's the same price. And it was like literally like, I don't know, maybe like a G bar, maybe difference.
Mm-hmm.
And he's showing me a full pull out, like a pallet, you know, turnkey pallet, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an LS2 out of an 06 GTO with like 20 or 30,000 miles, you know, ECU, trans, T56, the whole deal. Or T56, ECU, wire harness, everything, V10 out of a Viper. And he's asking me about it. And I'm like probably what, 5th grade now? And I'm like, the Viper would be kind of crazy. Like, and actually that motor looks very similar to an LS. Like the covers, it just looks a little longer.
Yeah.
And his big thing was like, well, how expensive are like the motor parts for the Viper?
Yeah, I was just about to say
like,
that.
if I need gaskets or this and that, how expensive is that going to be? And then the other thing was like, well, it is a V10. So like, how long is it going to be in the car? Because like, mind you, like there was no such term as LS swap. Like you didn't go to a meet and go and say like, oh yeah, man, he's got a 240 with LS swap. Or oh, he's got a whatever, I don't know, R7 with LS swap. Like that just really, there was like this many guys doing LS swaps into other cars, but that was not a thing. So
yeah,
obviously he made his choice. It was cheaper. He was like, I can, you know, I've already seen what it does. I know I can get parts because they're the same as like a Silverado, whatever. We can get an LS2. Put the LS2 in there. Quick tune, you know, shorty headers, Flowmaster mufflers, cold air, car made like 420 wheels, something like that. Dude,
that car's a rocket.
That thing would take anything you would throw at it all day. It never had one, it never skipped a beat. Everybody with like 03 Cobras that were ported blower bolt on, Whipple guys, dudes that were on spray on like WS6s running like a 175, 200 wet shot. They're like, I don't understand. We're like, well, the car's little.
Yeah.
And then you step up to the guys who were like really fast on the street at the time. And you go to guys like Matt Hurley from like Stingray Chevy, like back when he used to be, you know, let me not even say, I don't know if I can say, but you know, back when he used to be spicy, you know, he had like fast Z06s. He was like, I think the first one I remember having anything done to a C6. Obviously, like they're Chevy dealers, so like, yeah, he had a C6 like on the spot. You know what I mean? It was fast. That was a problem child car at the time. And then the only other cars I remember being really fast were there was 2 FDs. It's a silver one and a red one back in the Tampa Racing days, and they were like long tube cam tune nitrous LS1 FDs. So they were making like 600 wheel on the spray, and those cars are smaller and like slightly lighter than the Z. So like, yeah, I remember my dad was like, okay, now because of this, now we got to put the rear mount back on this motor. And I was like, hey, don't do it. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to, you know, it's going to be like a problem. He's like, no, I'm going to leave it low boost, whatever. Dude, the car rocked out until January of this year. So how long has that been?
What is that?
Like, I don't know.
Minute.
It's been over a decade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even at that, like the car ran and everything. I mean, I'm not a big fan of my catch can looking like a, you know, locomotive, but yeah, oil pressure was running fine. Like, you know what I mean?
Was it the same whole set?
No, it was on, it's on, dude, the car's right now is like on a 72, 76, like China Charger. I think it was like what was it? Like eBay, like 199 special type deal.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it does work. It's too small for the car, but that's going to get changed sometime this next year. Go to a bigger turbo, a little bit bigger exhaust pipe and see what it does. Cause I didn't build the motor to, you know, make more power and be limited because of the turbo. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I'm going to wait it out. I got baby on the way in February. So
yeah,
can't be too spicy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you. I'm super excited. Gonna start the whole thing over again, man. Like, yeah. So I don't know.
You'll almost like get to see it go full circle.
It's gonna be like that. And honestly, like that's another thing though. Like I've new dad, not a dad currently, so I'm excited. We'll see how it plays out. Obviously, like whatever the kid wants to do, he wants to do. It's a boy. Yeah. So, you know, obviously I don't know if he can hang out with his dad and his dad's friends and not be into cars at some level. Yeah. But yeah, it'd be cool, man, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I lost my dad pretty early on. So I lost him 20 years old, and he was deployed like down in like South America, like via Coast Guard for like the last 2 years of high school for me. So like I saw him like, and he was here, but like he was like 2-3 months on, 1 month off, stuff like that. So like there was a lot of things like he wasn't even at my high school graduation because he really like he couldn't leave. They were dry docked at the Panama Canal. And like they're not gonna helo him here for that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, but I don't know. It's just like with all that stuff, I feel like I've always had like a void, like a missing part. Because like I don't try to I think I've gotten past I've found like a positive way to spin it. It's like I don't need to think about like, oh, he wasn't here for this or that. And again, not because he's a bad father, it's because of life. But I'm like, you know what? Now I get to like have, my turn at it, you know what I mean? My go around. But I appreciate so much of what I know, what I learn, and, everything that makes me who I am today because of him. And like the surreal thing about it is, we're coming up now on 9 years since he's passed, and it was very abrupt, completely random. Going out to meets and taking the car out, it's like I always meet someone who knows the car, knows him, and I've never met them. I get a new story. Every time I go somewhere, I get a new story. I meet a new friend. I get a good laugh. Somebody tells me all this stuff about him, how cool he was, or like how he helped them. He's very helpful, very probably legitimately. And I have a lot of like selfless friends that are very helpful with all kinds of stuff. You could not be more selfless than him. Like he was really like, he would do stuff for himself, but everybody else in family always came first. So, with that, it's like, it's crazy that we can almost be 10 years later, and it's weird because I feel like I'd never really lost him. Like it was a turning point for me. I was young. I had a lot of like, oh man, it sucks he's not here. Like things are never gonna be the same, whatever. But now, like, especially now, I'm like, I'm going to be a dad. Now I get to kind of be in his shoes. Now I get to be, happy again because I'm going to have like another, a friend, someone I can go out with, we're friends. We go out, we do stuff, but it's not the same. Like that relationship's not the same. Yeah. So for me, I feel like
to my room saying, "Shh, we're not going to tell your mom, but you're going to come."
Oh, like that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like for me, we'll see how that plays out and everything. I'm hopeful. I think it'll be, good for me to finally have like closure with it. But the nice thing is, like I said, like when I go out in the car and stuff, like when people tell me like, "Oh, is that your Z or whatever?" It took me years. Like now I go like, yeah, I know it's my car. But like, well, it is my car. But like for me, it's always weird to say because it's like, it's my dad's car. Like if my dad would have, like if he was here today and 8 years ago, he handed me the key and I had the title and was like, hey, like, it's yours now. Like I was told it was going to be yours. I would low key feel more comfortable being like, yeah, no, it's my car. I wouldn't take credit for whatever he did that I didn't do. Yeah. But I'd be like, it's my car. But like, because of the way things played out, like,
yeah, for sure. Now
it always feels weird for me to say it's my car because like when people ask that, most of them are like confused because they see the car and it's like a ghost because like they haven't seen it in like however many years or they don't even know that he passed. And they're like, yeah, because this is your car? I'm like, yeah. And I already know, like you see the facial expression, right? I don't know who this person is. They're like, yeah, I knew a really crazy ass, like, it's like a Coast Guard, like a Puerto Rican dude. I'm like, yeah, my dad. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, there's no way he sold this. They're like, there's no way he sold this car. And I'm like, yeah, no. And they're like, oh, man, that's crazy. And then, they find out he passed or whatever. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, my God. Well, the car looks amazing. Like, so happy to see that you're taking care of it and everything else. And the ones who know the car know me. Like, they see the updates. Like, you see how crazy the build's gotten this past like 3 months. It's like all I try to do is make the car what he could have always ever dreamed it to be. So I'm just trying to finish it in the direction that I think he always wanted, but also didn't know that it could get to that point. But visually, you can go back to whatever pictures you want. The car's not changed.
Looks the same, yeah.
I'll respray the car the same color. I'll redo the wheels powder because they need powder. I'll make it pristine, but it'll always look like the Wolf Z. You know what I mean? And for, homage or whatever, obviously like the, logo in the back and the plate and everything says Wolf Z and everyone knows who that car is. Even people who don't know him, they see Wolf Z and they just associate like, oh, that's the guy that has the Wolf Z. They have no idea. They have no idea that that's because of my dad. But for me, it's like, that's good because I'm continuing the legacy of the car
Yeah.
And people know it for that, like, you know, so whatever, like, it's cool.
That's what's up.
I like that.
So, something we kind of briefly touched on earlier, but now it's kind of coming full circle with the whole car meets and stuff like that. What do you think about the car culture today compared to since you were here? I wasn't here as a kid. I can only attest to Atlanta car culture at that age, but now we've got Camrys racing whoever flying down 7th
I don't even
Street
know if you can call it car culture, but I think we have to include it, unfortunately.
I mean, takeover culture, I don't think that it is considered car culture per se.
It's attached. It's its own culture.
Yeah, it's like almost like a cancer, if you will, that's like part of it.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny that at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I just kind of don't know how to. Yeah, like I said, what do you think about how it was compared to what it is now?
For like Tampa, for like, you know, this area, let's just whatever Tampa, yeah, this area. For me, like, it's funny because like a lot of the old school guys or the OG guys or whatever, I've kind of like got, you know, honored in because they're like, well, you know, Chris, you know, he has been around doing this in the area like all the time, every weekend with his dad. I mean, he was 5, he was 10, he was 12 when like, he was here. So like, I've seen it. Like I lived it. I saw it. Like, was I the driver? Did I have a build? Did I have a permit? No, I was a child, but like I was always out there and I literally grew up in the scene, like all the way to, you know, to this exact moment. And I've seen it change completely. So I think like everything, same deal with like music or anything else, right? Like there's always fashion, whatever, like there's changes as time goes on. You know, I would say probably like especially with the car stuff, I'll say maybe like every 5 years, you kind of see some sort of shift. It might seem minor, but then you go from that 5-year gap to another 5. And then by the time you hit that like 12, 15-year gap, it's like completely different. Yeah. So for me, I grew up in Tampa going out to car meets that were massive. Like you'd go out to, you know, weekday meets in like Valrico or in Brandon, or you'd go all the way down to like Best Buy and like down Mabry, whatever. You go to all those types of meets all the time, right? And those were like the meetups, whether they were weekly or they were weekends. Same deal with like Quaker State. Quaker State was like Thursday afternoon was always the classic car show, which I believe they still do. But everybody used to, you know, all the boomer guys with their Bel Airs and stuff hated it because like as soon as the sun got like right after sunset,
only imports.
Yeah, dude, they hated it. But it was like it wasn't nighttime yet, but it was like right at sunset, and all of a sudden it's like you just hear a single jingle just getting it, and it's like, well, let me rephrase, getting it, but he's just not shifting. That shit's not doing 45. But it was like that, and there's a lot of them. But like for every one of those, for every 10 of those, there was like that one Supra, that one MK4 on a big turbo on like a CCW monoblock wheel that was like on a 19-inch Pirelli that you hooked for shit, whatever. But like it was always, you know, there was always some stuff. And a lot of it, which I really liked about the culture back then, was it's a lot of home built stuff. Yeah. Because there was like Honda guys that they wanted to build the cool Hondas and whatever. And, you know, you go back to NOP National Days and stuff like that, and you see like not the really exotic, crazy paint job, crazy Bomex body kit Hondas with the, you know, inverted speakers like Need for Speed Underground 2. Not that. But the guys who wanted to be fast, like B Series from Japan, you know, they wanted a Japanese block or whatever, or what out of a Type R, what. That was money.
C1, C5
but that was money. Upgraded clutch, it was money. Like they wanted to do Skunk 2 cams, money. Like to do that stuff was money. So like to see the guys do the budget builds or like do little log manifolds at their boy shop, and like, you know, they'd have like a, you know, it was never side pipe or up pipes. I literally was like not even a thing. It was like, oh, it's open down pipe like right at the firewall, and that's it. Yeah. But it was those types of builds, and of course you had your like domestic guys, you know, with, like I said, like the late 90s, like LS cars, your Lefes and whatever. You had your Cobras or Mustang guys. But the thing is everybody always had like a little rivalry. And it was always cool because even if it was the car meet, the point of the whole meets was like to hang out and chill. But it didn't matter if it was a Thursday, a Wednesday, or a Saturday, especially the weekends. But any day, there was always a point where like, okay, the meet starts at 7 or 8, whenever, you know. Well, it gets to a certain part of the night where it's like either we hit the bridges or we hit, you know, 78th Street, wherever you were at the time in the area, in the Bay, because you could literally all night, you could go Courtney Campbell, Gandy, Howard Franklin, 4th Street, come back. Oh, it's you know, we did all the bridges and like, it's already 12 or, you know, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock, which is still super young at night at that time for street racing. And they're like, you know what, man, like, fuck this. Let's all go down to like the bread factory. Let's go all like to Brandon. Let's go back to like, you know, whatever, 78th or there was an industrial park before the high school and all that. Like where Spoto is.
Yep.
And that was like, I have VHS tapes of that. Like there was medians with like palm trees, fat ass 2-lane road. And you just would literally go and you'd run and then you'd be done with it. And then you'd come back this way. Maybe hit a lick on the way back. Boom, come back and get in there. Like I remember, and I would literally pull them up. I have them on my phone. You would go, you could, but nobody did it. It wasn't like, oh, Manny, like I want to go run you, or bring the Subaru, like I want to get. No, it wasn't like that. There was literally, like you went to the drag strip, there was a line of cars, 2 by 2 by 2. Like my dad, bro, he would like pull up in whatever, the silver car, the blue car, find where, you know, where everyone would start back here. You know, you come down the 1-2 lane, you see cars racing already, like, you know, just doing hits, you know, off the flagger. You go back and then you go back behind one of the buildings, whatever, and there's a line, like no bullshit, line 20, 30, 40, 60 cars. Whoever you pulled up next to was the person that you were going to run. It was that simple. And then like if you, I don't know, you go and gap the shit off some SRT4, but then a couple times, you know, you always get those random people, oh man, that's your Z. Oh, that's a cool Z, man. That thing's fast. Yo, there's a guy out here in like a Z06. That thing moves, bro. That's when you start doing the who's who, like, hey man, like that's your Z06. Hey, you want to get in the line? And it wasn't even like, let's go, no, let's get in the line. And then like they go get in the line and maybe like just because of the angle, you know, whatever. Then it'd be like a Subaru pull up and then it's like, you know, my dad, for example, and like the vet, and they go like this to the vet, and the guy would be like, no, running him. And then like the Subaru would just like get back in the line or whatever. But that's how it was. And obviously, I think the biggest thing that has killed that culture, I think it's two things, but I think the biggest thing is laws. Because back then, like if you weren't like a repeat offender or like you got caught street racing like every week, you got pulled over. Maybe you did an overnight, or maybe you got a $500 ticket or something, you know, or speeding ticket, whatever. Like it wasn't a huge thing, but you still have to be cautious. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's how it used to be. Like in Tampa, it used to be very big street racing, and that's what it was. And like no one cared. No one cared if you used to come out in. It could be a Subaru, it could be a Corvette, it could whatever. If you came out, opened your hood at the meet, and that thing had a blower on it or a turbo on it, everything was polished chrome. Oh yeah, I got a standalone. I got it. Yo, line it up. Oh, no one here is worth my time, bro. It's like a mob. What? Yeah. What? And then they start pointing out, oh, that shit box it'll destroy you. Yeah. Yo, he'll run you for $1,000. Oh, I'm not gonna. Oh, you guys. Oh, whatever. I wouldn't even run none of these cars for 10 grand. Then you get some like random group that has like a shop or something, like literally like in the corner, some guy with an Evo 8 with no wing.
Oh yeah.
Big 62 or whatever at the time, 62, 66, whatever car probably made like 600. That's a fast car, like pre-2010. And they're like, 3 guys come up like, yo, what do you, you said you want to do 10,000? You couldn't come out in a car that on paper was supposed to be a lot of power or fast or super, and I mean, you could, but you couldn't be all the guys that would come out and stuff like that. They always were like, oh yeah, man, that's so fast. Like, oh, I made 800 on the dyno and I don't waste my time. But it's like, they're not coming to a car show. Like, you're coming every week to the street racing meetup and you're slinging this imaginary, you know, dick around, but you don't want to run nobody at any level because they're not worth your time. But then when you get called out and they meet whatever your, you know, being cocky terms are, oh, I wouldn't do it unless it was for money or 10 grand. Oh, hey,
10 grand right here.
Got it right here. Get in the car, super discreet, just kind of like right out, like, oh, okay. And it wasn't a big deal because, like, you know, they weren't going to run it, you know what I mean? But it's just like, don't come here then, you know? But that shift happened, like, I think in the past, I would say like after 2015. No, you know what? For me, I think the end of like real deal for real street racing, like that culture, I think like 2017, 2018 Tampa, I think that's when it kind of started dying. You still get your OG guys, you still got your guys that like, or your younger kids that like to go fast, but like, and I don't want to be that guy. I super respect like Beamer cars. I super respect the, you know, B58 platform, stuff like that. I don't care for guys that go and buy a car that's already built and they make payments on a car that's already built. I don't care for that. Like, that's cool. I don't care for it. And I don't care for the guys who are just another guy with a proven new platform that, you know, gets downpipe 85 tune, whatever, and makes 600, 800. But, you know, it's got like a ZF or something. Like, you know, the car works. You know, it is a fast car. It's new technology. That's what happens as we progress with technology and with cars, right? Like, things get faster with less work or effort or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's like it's lost its aura. You know what I mean? Because I remember seeing guys go out and like you had your Cobra guys, like you had your Subaru guys, you know, the ones that were like top sidewinder, you know, intake was throttle forward or whatever. Like, okay, like, you know, they were spicy. Didn't matter who broke or whatever. Like, maybe those things broke every weekend, but like it was fun. It was different stuff, and you never really knew what the outcome was gonna be.
Never knew.
Yeah.
You know, like how many times you go and see a guy like in an A90 or something goes, oh yeah, man, I made, you know, 900. I broke my axle from a roll.
Yeah.
That don't happen. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I prefer it like that, but it made things fun. You know what I mean? It made things fun. Like, instead of going like this, like missing a gear, like your clutch goes out, like it was always interesting. And it gave you a reason to be like, oh, you know what, man, Manny keeps talking like all that mess every week. You know what? He thinks he's integral. So, you know what? I'm going to gap him this week. Mm. Maybe your car really is faster than him, but guess what? You finally got you know what? Let's go do it. And then like your clutch starts slipping and Manny gapped you. Now you're going to be all made fun of, and like it's up to you if like tomorrow you're getting a clutch or in like 3 months you're going to get a clutch, and then you go mess Manny up, and then everyone's like, "Oh man, that car is fast."
Yeah,
but it was always like that. But it was fun, you know what I mean?
It was.
But now it's, I don't know, man. The takeover stuff is like a plague in every state, but like, again, you can't associate that with street because that's not what it is. What it has done is it has inadvertently like harmed real car people and like guys that like, I don't want to say it like that, but like properly do, you know, like street shenanigans and stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a way to do everything the right way. You know, like back in the day, we used to do it where like, if you went on the bridge or the highway, you do like, get a feel, see if there's no traffic or if like there's very low traffic. And then you'd have spotters, 2 or 3 cars go forward, like way up. And then you have blockers in the back. You do your quick pull, you know, you make like a wall and you do the pull like that. Now it's like every kid and their mother, they can be in a Camry, they can be in a 1,000 horsepower A9. They don't care. They just go like a mess chasing whoever the cars that are racing are. And it's like, that's dangerous. And that's not how you're supposed to do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, just let it be. If you can't see it, watch it on YouTube, watch it on the phone. Just like, what are you doing? You're in the emergency lane doing, what are you doing in a Veloster? Like, calm down.
Yeah. I learned that's called swimming.
Swimming?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah. Roscoe taught us.
Roscoe got you in on that?
In New York.
I thought they just call it like no hezzy stuff, like or whatever.
I don't know.
I don't even know anymore. I can't follow it because I feel like it's just brain rot for me.
Look up swimming on YouTube. Like,
okay, on YouTube. I was gonna say I'm not gonna Google like swimming, but like car swimming because I feel like that could get put on a path.
Highway swimming or car swimming and stuff like that. You'll see.
Yeah,
that's the official term. Yeah, I know it is because over there they drive like wild over there.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, it's definitely crazy seeing even from the time I got here to like how it is now. Like I don't hear anything about Courtney Campbell or any of that stuff anymore.
But again, I feel like that really changed because like I said, there was a time where like it was kind of like cops and robbers type deal. Like cops would go by. If you weren't, if you're all parked, it's a public place.
Yeah.
If you're racing or whatever, and you get caught on the bridge, then of course. But you know, they come in and like, you know, lock everything down, give you trespassing tickets, whatever. Sure, like that's what would always happen at any meet, especially if they don't like the car scene or whatever, because they think you guys are all hoodlums. Even sadly, if you're at a meet that's just a meetup, you guys aren't doing anything. You're just there to just get off the street. They didn't care. But now you can't do that because, I mean, what are you going to do on the bridges in today's world? You're going to go park like how we used to do, hundreds of cars there. You're going to go run. Well, it used to be they would bring the helo out every couple, you know, here and there, and you'd see the light and they'd spotlight or whatever. But dude, now with the cameras and now with the radar and now with the super speeder laws and everything, I mean, that in its own, it's like you could just go, you could be 1 a.m. on 75, no traffic at all, just bumping music and go like, you know what?
I'm about to hit it.
Boost weather's hitting, like it's 48 degrees outside. There's been nobody on the road. You know what? I'm doing 70. So down to 60, do a third gear hit. if you're in a fast car, you're going to do 60 to like 100, 110 quick. Like that's shoot for my G8, dude. It's 60 to 112 is third gear. So like, I just do a quick pull in third. I'm already in the super speeder problem that they just enacted. What, in June or whatever?
Yep. Anything over 100.
That's impound. That's jail. That's like 5,000 in fines. I'm not dealing with all that. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of, I mean, you know. Bro, good for the HCSO and everything else for doing that, because now, you know, you can destroy people for no reason, but whatever.
Yeah.
Personally, I think the kid in the Camry is more of a problem than me doing a quick pull on 75.
Yeah.
So
that's the crazy part, because even not as dramatic. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Something like that happened on not Dale Mabry. I want to say Waterset. It's not Waterset.
Waters.
No.
West Shore?
Bayshore.
Bayshore, yeah.
Yeah, going like every time I'd come out of work, I would take the Bayshore gate and, you know, just take that drive past Emily Arena, whatever, get on 41 and come back this way.
Right.
And then it was like a Mustang and something else, some other car. They were racing. I want to say an Altima. I don't know if it really.
Oh, are we talking about those kids?
Yeah, it was the kid.
Yeah,
I got a story to tell you about that, but I can't say it on the.
We're talking about the kid that he went to jail and everything else, right?
Yeah, he hit the mom and child
Mustang.
in the.
He was in a Mustang.
That whole story is so like, it's tragic, and I mean, I'm not going to say that there was I don't know, like for me, it's like it's broad daylight on Bayshore. You can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
You're a mom, and I don't want to get no flack for this, but you're a mom, you're a mother. You should be very, you know, aware of what you're doing with a stroller and like a baby or a newborn or whatever. It's broad daylight, dude. You're on Bayshore, like even with the like how it sweeps like this, like it's not like you see everything. My understanding with the kid is I think they were related or cousins or friends or whatever.
The two racing?
Yeah, and I think the one in the Mustang had just got the Mustang, and so like just think about just like normal high school kids that they're not even into cars, like they're not racers, they're not car people. They said, "Oh, a street racing incident on Bay." That's how the whole thing went down in the news. No, you got two kids that are high school age. One got a new Mustang, whatever. They're kind of living life. They're messing around. I think the Mustang wasn't even a Coyote car. I think it was just like a EcoBoost or B6 or something.
Yeah.
He punches it or whatever, messing around because his friend or his cousin or whatever it was is next to him in like an Altima. Yeah. And they both hit because he's messing with him because he knows he's got a Mustang. He's not trying to show out into Altima. I know this. Like he's just messing with him.
Yeah.
But they're living their life. They're having fun. They're whatever. It would have never happened if they would have never messed around or they would have been messing around in the cars. Vice versa, it would have never happened had she had used the crosswalk instead of, you know, going across a non-crosswalk area.
Oh,
and actually looked
non-crosswalk?
and actually been looking.
She was in the
She just cut, like, you know how people do, they run across Bayshore and get to the other side. That's fine. Like, but if you're gonna do that with a baby, like be very aware of what you're running in front of. Like, I don't know how you got a 2-lane road and you try to cross with a stroller and like you just don't see two cars coming super fast. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not blaming her. God rest like their soul and everything. Like I am not pro her or pro the kid or whatever, but like I just think the whole situation was terrible. But I think it could have been avoided so many ways than one. You know what I mean? So it's
not
like
just on the kids' end.
Yeah, and then as far as like for the car culture stuff, it is really bad when you get media outlets that don't know the differences between like, let's say, example, takeovers. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, guys, go street racing, go do runs on the highway and do 140. Like that's I'm not saying that, but I don't ever go and hear like on the news, 1,000 horsepower Supra and, you know, another 1,000 horsepower Supra collide, catch on fire at 160 and went down 75, hit a tree. Like, that's not what's on the news. You got kids in Chargers and Ultimas doing donuts, running over kids. We see it every day on the social media. And then you got people like the sad incident with the Bayshore thing that it wasn't a street race. It wasn't anything to do with street racing culture, but it's easy to like identify it in that way. So then every time we're out in our cars and we're just driving through traffic normal and do a little backfire or whatever, every other person who's like a common person is like, oh, you see, it's those people. Those are the ones that are like always hitting people and causing all that, you know, mess. Or I came home that one night and the intersection was closed because they're doing donuts. Like, that's them.
Goddamn street racers.
Yeah, bro. But it's not us though. You know what I mean?
Boy, find another way home.
Legit, dude. That's how they get. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's like a label, but we have nothing to do with it. It's literally not the same things. You know?
Yeah.
I'm super into drifting, and I hate how bad that gives drifting. Like everybody's like, yeah, these guys are drifting around the city. That's not drifting first and foremost.
You know, and drifting, it's like you got to know that they're like amateur, like liveried, stickered cars that go to sanctioned events all the time. Like the only time you're ever, first of all, I don't think the street drifting scene in like Tampa, like going to like warehouses and doing that, everybody's got cameras. It's like thousands of dollars in fines. It used to be like, oh, my boy works at a industrial park or whatever for like a food distribution center.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care about a camera enough for like a lot of those people and a lot of those like logistic companies. Like they would see tire marks and, oh, someone came back here doing burnout. But like for them, it was like just a concrete pad. They work in a building and just ship shit. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh, it's destruction of property. People are coming and messing up our stuff. And like, so I think that kind of died as well in the drifting side of the car culture. But I think a lot of the guys like prefer now to actually go to drift events. It's safer. I feel like it's funner. They meet a lot of friends. The drifting community, low key, is cool because like you break something, someone's got a part. Someone broke their car earlier, and they'll give you like a brake or a wheel or whatever you need. Like if you got the same vehicle, and like the community and the vibes are like immaculate.
I've never seen any other motorsport in general where
no one hates.
No one, not only that, everybody's so eager to help you out, even if you don't have a problem. They're like, "Oh, you want me to check out your specs?"
Because they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, they like want to help you so bad and want to like,
even if they don't even have a car or a car there, they just want to be in it. And like make friends, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like drag racing, it's kind of like,
oh yeah, it's a sport off of hate.
It's grudgy, but like sometimes it can be like, oh hey man, nice car, all right, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that guy's a dick, dude. Like, what was that about? You know what I mean? Like
you see every like now and then it's like good vibes and everything, but it's never like it is on drifting or anything else.
No, drifting is just vibes, dude.
That's.
I'd get into it, but I already have other financial problems. So I can't.
I'd say autocross was like that, but I mean, I haven't done it in a couple of years or in a lot of years.
Autocross is cool too. I wish we had more stuff for that local. I feel like every time you hear that, it's like the firm and then
the firm going through
bro.
so much.
Like, who's going to the Enclave? Bro?
Ain't nobody going.
So much money, bro.
One and done, bro. I'm good. I can't do it again. Yeah. I went on that
Frozen Coffee. First one was so cool. Second one was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get the line.
Can't do it.
Complains about.
I don't get.
Cannot do it. Hard to do. So we got this thing that we like to do. It's called the lightning round, and with this lightning round, you essentially have to. Oh, let me stop. We have a question or two questions to ask that we usually do before we even do the lightning round. So the first question is: if you have 10K, that is the most that you have. What car would you buy, and how would you build it? You can only buy one car. Though.
So 10K. Buying the car with 10K, and like, what would I do? Given the 10K can do anything else other than buying the car.
Yeah, you're supposed to think quick and answer.
Honestly,
quick.
Though, that's tough. Like 10K, I don't know. I like to go fast, so like, I feel like 10K can make something kind of like decently fast, fun, slide around. I'm not gonna lie to you, like low key, I don't want to sound like that guy, but I feel like a Miata or something, like an old school Miata. Like I'm talking like a raunchy one. Like just get like an NA, like an old school like 89, something like that. And honestly, like not sound like that again either, but $500, $800 5.3 like LS. Put something like that in it, no hood. I guess just let the truck intake be like sky high. And just go like 300 horse, just go rip it around with V8 noises, like side pipes right down at the fender, and just whatever. Let the what is it like 195 tires? Just let them roast. Like
I mean they can fit. I mean there's a lot of cutting to do, but was it Taylor A? He's got a Viper. Is it Viper V10?
Nah, he's doing the NASCAR swap.
Yeah, NASCAR swap.
It's like 10,000 RPM.
I thought it was a V10 or maybe.
No, it's a V8. It's a V8 Dodge.
Gotcha.
And,
that's wild.
A high revving NASCAR.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would never say Miata, but for like 10K, I can't even think about like building anything for today's days.
Yeah.
That's why this is a hard
question. That makes it difficult.
Yeah, I wish I was prepped a little bit. I have some options for that. But lighting, bro.
I like that question because of the, like things like the gamblers and all that, where you got like $500 to make it across, like that kind of like. helps it out. So you got to think that way.
Yeah. So the adverse, though, the second question is if you have fuck you money, limited bankroll, essentially, sales, same thing, one car, and you can't, one car to modify it and everything, but you got unlimited money. What would you get?
I don't know. So like for me, like dream cars. And I don't want to hear nothing about that either because like I know there's so many fanboys. I know we're all JDM guys, and there's so many. Oh my god, JDM!
Oh, I like everything.
But when I was, I shit you know, when I was like 10, 11 years old, the first time I ever saw any picture of like a Haku, like a 1970 GTR.
Oh,
I was like, you know what, bro? Honestly, one of those for me, like proper silver. The banana flares, like factory, the little black, front valence, like the little front lip, the wing, like just stock form, but like with the like matte black, skirts and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Little lowered, the bigger Watanabe banana wheels, like nice and wide, nice set of ITBs on it because they're the twin cam, like they sound so good.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's like an accomplishment for me. Yeah, that's something that I feel like I would be that guy, like the Cars and Coffee, like P car guys. Like dress up, hair slicked, nice little polo. You're like, oh yeah, I love it. Like, if I had that, that's what I'd be. If I had like whatever, then fuck you money, and I was gonna have something. I know a lot of people build them. They are nasty built, but for me, let's just say fuck you money, meaning like you don't even have to build something. Like just to buy whatever. Honestly, top tier for me, bucket list item. Like it's gotta be. I gotta have it. If I don't have like the Haku, cool, awesome. If I don't get this car, then I don't know, man. I'd probably waste my whole life. But I do want a what is it? 09 ZR1 C6.
Oh,
So
a lot of people.
But I love them in the Jetstream blue. I know that's like color. It matches the brakes. It matches the blower.
Mm-hmm.
Like is the Blue Devil. Like, and I like blue cars.
Mm-hmm.
I like LS cars.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, for me, the C5 and the C6 were always like the best bet. The C5 interior is such a Silverado, like it's so terrible. But then you get in the C6 and people say the same thing. Oh, it's like cheaper. I'm like, but you know what? Like, it does feel more like a sports car inside, but very minimalist.
Mm.
But the handling, the sound, especially the ZR1. Like, it's so low. You got plexiglass in the center of the windshield, the hood. You see the Charger and you see it shake a little bit. Carbon roof, carbon lids, carbon splitters. Big chrome wheels. I like the one when they're polished, like the multi-spoke wheels, like chromed out. I don't like them when they're silver or black. I think it's tacky. I think it's got to be the chrome, but they're so hot. They're so hot. Like if I had money like that, I'd buy one of those. Maybe a tune in long tubes just for the pep and the sound. But I don't want to alter it at all. I want that car to just be go out to date night and then like I'll get on the highway, gap someone gaps me, whatever. Like. My wife's hotter than yours. My wife's hotter than yours. And I just had a steak. You didn't have a steak. I don't care. I'm going home and I'm chilling.
Yeah. All right. So part of our jobs is by knowing you is to pick kind of based off of what you would pick. So my 10K car would be. I feel like it's cheating, but I would pick a C5. I feel like it's cheating because he just said something and I wasn't going to say, I wish he didn't say the ZR1, but I was going to say C5. And then what I would do to it, I don't know, because you pretty much blew the 10K on buying the car.
I was gonna say like even some super clap C5s like for a budget thing, like I've seen them for like right at that like 7,000 to like 11. You know what I mean?
It's just hard to do stuff to it after that.
But that I feel like for a 10K budget, that is still that's still a fast car for a 10K budget.
Yeah, I had one for I think it was like $8 grand, 8,500 something like that I bought it for. So I had it. It was
could just get a show.
That's true, and just lease parts or something like that, and get a motor from them or something. Yeah, that's possible. Well, I'll just do that then. Thanks, Manny.
Got you.
So then my fuck you money car based off of Chris. Once again, I feel like it's cheating. Also because I've always loved him, but it had to be. I don't care if it's 240, 260, 280. One of those Datsuns.
So, side note to that, like top 3 for me. I would love a Geno's car, actual right-hand drive fair lady, like the long one-piece front end, the pointy with the long headlights.
Yeah,
same deal, banana wheels, whatever. I feel like one of those is like that's a proper Z.
Yeah,
I would love to have one of those cars.
So that'd be my fucking money. I mean, of course, I don't think I would do a like super stock or OEM plus kind of thing. It would, dare I say, have an RB in it, I guess, because that's
the RB ones are hot, dude. The RB ones are hot, and honestly, if you got the fuck you money, like you know what I mean, to build a car like that really well done with an RB, it takes money. Like, everything takes money, but that takes money to do really nicely. But when it is done, it's a nice build. I've seen a couple like that, exactly like that, actually, and you got to appreciate them. I don't care if they're fast, slow, or whatever. I'm like, that's hot.
Yeah.
Like, that's really good.
All right, what about you, Manny?
That's tough.
Don't say C5s.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
We can't pick the same car.
Yeah. I don't know. I would, for the 10K, I would try to find some kind of show. Some Z show. Whatever I can on Marketplace. And I would wait for the LKQ engine days where they're like $200 for any engine. I'm being strategic.
It's like if I can get a 350Z roller with no motor or blown for $3,000, I can get a 199 to 5.3 at LKQ on June 10th.
Yep.
Whatever.
10K. But I would definitely do some kind of LS from the junkyard. Going crazy.
It sounds like we say the same thing, but 10K, it's like LS.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to do?
Sense.
Like, we're going to make power for under 10K.
Yeah.
Really can't do
with
much.
buying a car.
Yeah.
Problems.
So then your fucking money car.
I was going to say a fair lady. Right-hand drive.
It's hot in this,
dude. I would do tube chassis. I'd go crazy.
Be wild build.
Yeah, I'd be track spec completely, 100% trailered to the track.
Nice.
For fuck you.
They're great cars for anything you want to build it like, man. Honestly, they're good for everything.
So now we do our lightning round. We got to answer these a lot faster.
Extremely fast.
Lightning.
I'm going to keep it like McQueen right now. Keep it like McQueen.
All right. So I'm doing odd.
Yeah, you can do odd. I'll do even.
Okay. So our first one, built car or bought built?
That's even.
Built car.
That's one.
No,
built car?
Built car always. I don't believe in buying anything built.
What's the ugliest car you know?
Like personally or like just in life?
In life. What's the ugliest car to you?
It's like, John, I remember your
ugliest car in life, dude. Honestly, like
fastest.
Nissan Jukes, dude. Like I think they're pretty ugly. That car confused me day one. I'm like, is it Ultimate taillights? I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, but the Juke R has like some of the coolest like sporty seats.
Yeah, the one Juke R that they ever showed like at, like Dubai. Yeah, super cool. Other than that, they're horrendous. And it's still kind of ugly. So
all right. So what's the best automotive decade you think?
Best automotive decade.
Yeah.
We're not going off culture. We're just talking about like straight to the cars, right? They're all so good for different reasons. Best one, I don't know. For me, it's kind of a hard split between 80s, 90s. Because I feel like 80s Japanese stuff was really good, but I kind of like, low-key, I really like the 80s European stuff and like what they were doing with the racing stuff back then. But also, it's kind of into early 90s too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm kind of like torn, but I would say 90s. I would just say 90s.
90s. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Best daily horsepower amount.
Best daily horsepower amount.
I'm talking just going to public.
I don't know. I mean, I think everyone's a little different.
This
but
has
like,
been controversial.
If it's like an all-wheel drive versus like a rear-wheel drive, and it's like a big car or a light car, that's going to change things. But I don't know. I feel like fun daily, especially today, is what I'm used to. I feel like realistically, I feel like 550s. Like you can do what you want with 500. Okay. 400 might be a little too slow for people. 600 is a little more
spicy.
You're getting spicy. Yeah. But 5s is like you can go burn a tire, slide a corner, do whatever you want, and still mess around. So
okay, mine is usually 450. So
I'm 550. 400.
That's fine.
400.
You've been driving, fast cars since you were knee high to a grasshopper, so it makes sense.
My car don't even make like 650 on the lowest setting. So like I don't even don't do it for me no more.
All right. So for a JDM car, left-hand drive or right-hand drive?
In respect to what? Like, what do I think a JDM car is type thing?
No, which one do you think is better, left-hand drive or right-hand drive?
For driving purposes, for building purposes,
for you purposes.
Yeah, for
me,
you.
But for driving everything else, for me, it's got to be left-hand. And I'm not saying that because like I'm from the U.S. or whatever. I think it's true. JDM purposes, I think like if you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's a JDM car, right-hand. But obviously, like you're not getting an R34 left-hand, so it got to be right-hand. But it's a different thing. Like that car's got to be a right-hand drive car. But like my Z, like.
I mean, but
it'd be cool to have a fair lady, but I would keep it left hand. Like I like to slam my gears. I can't do that like this. Like, I'm not a lefty, so like I'm not gonna get gapped because I don't know where any of the gear is. I'm not gonna do it, dude.
I mean, you get used to it. You get used to it.
Not gonna do it. Just not gonna do it.
It's a lot easier than you think.
It is fun though. It is fun. I've driven a couple right hand drive cars. It's cool. It's different, but for me, left hand.
Okay.
Next one, 240 or 280.
I mean, they're pretty much like the same car, smaller motor on the 240, but I would say 240 because they're so similar, but 240s because they are their first gen cars. 240s hold a lot of value, especially when they're done, really nicely or they're original. They hold a lot better value than 280. 280 is actually like the cheapest one. That's why you see so many 280s.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be different.
It has to be a different one.
Yeah, okay, so it has to be different. What's your dream car?
Has to be different than what I said earlier.
Yeah, the ZR1.
Dream car? Oh,
I didn't know if that was like the pinnacle for you or not.
It changes as like you go, right? Like when you get older, you grow up. And for me, it's not like, something brand new came out. Like that's my new dream car. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not one of these fanboys with the new GT3 type deals. Sick car. If you like that, great. Honestly, I've always maybe I should have said that. It doesn't matter. I think that another dream car of mine, one that's like unobtainable, that I would love to have, that those things are just going like this in price, would be like a GT40.
Okay.
Like early 2000s GT40. Like straight up, like straight to the dark navy blue with like the white stripes, or vice versa, like a white one with the dark blue stripes.
Yeah.
And like for me, that's you can't, in 20 years you can't pull up in a GT40 somewhere and people don't go like, what is that? Or like, that guy's got money. Like that's crazy.
That's very true.
I don't know. That's the hotness for me. That's a supercar hotness for me. So
gotcha.
All right. AutoZone, Advanced, or O'Reilly's?
Okay, so I feel like O'Reilly's is like the Publix of those three. Does that make sense?
O'Reilly's is my favorite.
So but it's not like right here on the corner. Like I wish we did have one like here right in Riverview, but like you gotta go all the way down like Bloomingdale or whatever. For me, O'Reilly's has always been I'm gonna call them if nobody else has something, because like they almost always have it or they can get it day of.
Yeah.
But like also like I just feel like everything with them, like again, I feel like it's like your Walmart to Publix type deal. But AutoZone, not for nothing, but AutoZone, like some things have changed the past couple years. A little more expensive, some things that are I'm like, nah, let's get online. But they're always right on every corner. Like they're right here. I don't care how stupid the worker is that don't know what they're doing because it's a young kid.
Goodness. Yeah.
No, I got to do their whole job now. Like it didn't used to be like that. But I mean, shoot, I go there so much, dude. I be getting my rewards points that I get my $20-$30 from them all the time and whatever. And like they always do the lifetime warranty. So for me, I'd say AutoZone. I'd say my thing is AutoZone. Advance has been better for me. I thought Advance was always like, that's a no-go. Like they're always tripping. I've been like in between them and AutoZone. But for me, it's AutoZone, Advance, and O'Reilly's realistically. I will say I like O'Reilly's more. It's just that they're not so close. I ain't going down 20 minutes to Bloomingdale every time I need something. So.
That makes sense. All right. So least favorite car term that people use. Mine is rims.
Mine is V4.
V4? No.
Yeah.
Least favorite car term?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
You won't say it.
Stanced.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not a fan, guys. I'm a straight line guy. I like proper fitment. I do respect stance builds or VIP builds done right. I'm just not a believer in these guys that are just gonna go like, you're gonna go pull into a car meet and it's a whole problem. Like you can't get up to like you're gonna blow out the lip every week. Like, dude, do you if you like that. But like for me, I'm pissed when like I go do burnouts in a race car and I'm like, damn, I need tires. And that's $600. But y'all just out here blowing transmissions just because you can't hit a rock. Like that's That's you guys, man. You guys do you.
Yeah.
When I hear the word stance, and I'm like, what's that now? I'm like, oh, the thing tonight. I'm like,
stance. It's a stance.
I'm not gonna talk bad about it. That ain't me. I'll be at home. Oh, it's gonna be good. No, it's not gonna be good for me. I'm like,
all right, last one. Your Mount Rushmore of cars. So it's 4 presidents that you need to put up on that. So what are the best 4 cars to you of all time?
brand, or we're talking like specific cars?
It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the car, not the brand.
It'd be crazy for somebody to put a brand. I don't think we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so like just straight up, like
number one, Toyota.
Yeah, like if I said like a Camry, like that would be like one of the cars.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay, so I don't want to include anything that I would love to have. So the 4, honestly, then this might be a little. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. Mount Rushmore of cars, like things that are like iconic that I feel like should be very like, oh yeah, everyone knows them. Like they should be good cars, but I want to be a little broad too. Start off with something a little light, like I think like 03 Cobra Termi.
Okay.
Right? Like like a 03 Cobra is like the sounds, the look, like it's a timeless car. I like them. I'm not a big Ford guy, but for me, that car does it for me. It for me. I like them. That's 1. So we need another 3. Okay, I would say F40.
Okay.
40. Like, I like that it's quirky. I like that it's like a race car with plexiglass in the back with 2 intercoolers on top, and it's a turbo, twin turbo Ferrari. Like that. That's wild. Stick shift. Like, it's a full blown race car.
Mm-hmm.
But they made them kind of like not that great for people to buy. You know what I mean? I like that because every single one of them, the door fitments are way off from the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You see
handmade.
You see like the carbon or the Kevlar through like the paint because it's just like it's like nail polish. Like it's not busting, but the car is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like 03 Cobra, Ferrari F40. No, it was getting hard now. So I already said the other ones that I like. That's what we got: an Italian, we got a domestic car. Honestly, okay, this is another car of mine that I would say is on my dream list or whatever that I really like. And I mean, I don't know if it's your Mount Rushmore car, but I do love Evo 3s. Evo 3 specifically, like old school 4G63, not like the Mavic style, reverse head, whatever, like the original 4G63, Evo 3, yellow with the white OZ wheels.
Mm-hmm.
That's always kind of been like, I think it's cute. Like I think like it's so little. Like I mean? But it's all-wheel drive. It makes power. Like it's versatility, dude.
Shout out Thunderbolt, Jackie Chan. If you haven't ever watched it,
bro.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't see that clip, bro. Like first of all, none of y'all can shift because you guys all have paddles. But if you need to learn how to do it. Jackie Chan in that movie, he also has Evo 8s and 9s or whatever that are Jackie Chan editions. But we won't get into that.
Yeah.
Those are hotness. Chinese hotness.
Yeah.
4th Mount Rushmore car. Damn, so what we got? F40, Evo 3, and a Cobra.
Mm-hmm. That's a very broad list.
I don't know if I was going to say that ever in my life until tonight, in that order. Damn. Because I don't want to reuse a car that I already said for the other stuff.
I mean, if it just is, you believe it, then it is.
In my heart.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's going to take me too long to think, and it's got to be rapid fire. So, I mean, I don't know. I would say probably like keep the ZR1, the C6 ZR1 on there.
I mean, that is an amazing car.
I'm kind of a sucker for like V8, like blower cars, like factory. Like they're awesome cars. Like if you had to get in any of those cars when they first hit the scene, that was it. That was like the cars. I mean, the Evo was like a very competitive one with like the Subarus and everything else. But like, for me, that's one of my like JDM. Like everyone's like, oh, NSX, RX-7, GR34. For me, like legend for the 90s, I like the Evo 3. I think the Evo 3 is the baddie. Everyone always says like the 8 or the 7 or what. No, I think it's the 3. I like the 3. The 2 I don't like. 2 I think is basic. The 4, I like the 4. It's more like kind of more.
They were starting to do something.
I like that the 3 has the crazy wing, like really sharp. The mouth, like huge mouth, like on the sides, like, and then little wheel. I don't know. I just like it. It's like the way it looks. It was really aggressive for. Well, it's supposed to be like your grandma's like grocery getter. Very aggressive. So
for sure. All right. Well, that was the lightning round. So, But yeah, one of the things I mentioned in the beginning, or even how I introduced you, was race car realtor. So, You know, not only does he have this wealth of knowledge on Datsuns and Evo 3s and all this other stuff, he can also sell you a house too.
Yeah, man. Know? I mean, if anybody just, full disclosure, if you guys ever need anything, you guys are looking to buy a house, sell a house, you're moving to Florida, you know someone, I hope I could be your guy. Like, I get it done, dude. I've never not got a deal done. Like, you need closing costs. Like, we got that. Like, I make sure that I do the best. Like, on that note, I make sure I always do the best for my clients. I treat everybody like I would treat myself. I know some people say that. That's the honest truth. Like, if somebody really needs something or we got to push for it, or like if I could really like find a way, like, hey, we can get a savage deal on this, I'm going to make it happen because I want them to feel the way I would feel had somebody done me right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like really looked out for me. Like, even if it's new construction stuff, like I just had a client that was in Puerto Rico. They built a house here and they literally moved into the house like 2 days before they got the keys. So like what I do, I'm there like every other like 2-3 weeks. It takes a couple months, like, over 3 to 6 months to build a house.
Yeah.
Boom, pictures, videos, meeting up with the GC, meeting up with the inspectors. Hey, what's going on with it? Oh, hey, you guys put this wrong. It's kind of like having, your own team. Like, I am your team. You know what I mean? So you don't have to worry about it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make sure that everything goes good for you and nobody tries to pull a fast one on you or tells you that, you got to overpay or whatever. Like, let me do my job and you just, benefit from it. So,
what's the craziest thing you've seen on an inspection? First thing that comes to mind.
Craziest thing on an inspection?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know where to start. So
just one that just comes to your mind.
Craziest thing on an inspection, like, we had one house that was like straight up like black mold, like where the AC, like where the fiberglass was, like in the ducting in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, house was like super pristine, like really well done or whatever. I'm like, this house is like fine. It's gonna pass the inspection. Like, it should be fine. Like, maybe minor things, whatever. Usually, if it's a 4-point issue or something, we gotta take care of it or try to figure out, negotiate something because the loan was like 4-point issue. Buyer's not going to get the loan, whatever.
Yeah.
But vice versa, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're on the listing side or the selling side and you got to pull that report and you got to look at the inspection, whether you're the one that's like, oh, hey, we got to fix this because like we got the buyer, but they can't, we got to fix this. Or we're the buyer and we go, oof, do we move on this house or not? Because this is a problem. But yeah, no, like, inspection stuff, dude, you see things like, and I have so many other agents that I know that like it's stuff that you would never expect, but it's always like that. And that's what I always try to tell people when they want to sell their house. If it's not like a brand new house, I'm like, you guys gotta expect like the worst, because it doesn't matter how nice your house is, how clean you keep it, like, take your shoes off, glad air effects, you painted everything out. Like, how many times have you been in your attic? How many times have you looked at your foundation? How many times have you been on your roof to see if it's leaking in a closet you never noticed? Like, so like you don't know until the inspector goes and gives you that report and you go and say, oh, wow, my house is actually really good. Or it's like,
damn,
Chris, like, what's all this stuff with red X's and all these notes? I'm like, brace yourself, because it's not great. And either we got to come out of pocket on some funds right now, or we got to negotiate this into price. You know what I mean? So it's the whole thing. But again, that's the name of the game with that. So like,
yeah,
you just get it done. Like, we had one that had a foundational issue. One of my closings in, was it July or June? And the seller was so terrible to work with. I was like, this deal's going to die. We're doing everything right. We're being proactive, but the seller's terrible. They don't want to touch anything on the house. But they have to because it's a 4-point issue. They have to do something. They have to work. They have an obligation. If you're going to say we're going to allow these certain loan types to be accepted as an offer, then you have to do the bare minimum to rectify certain issues that come up on a report. So anyways, it got to a point where I just kind of like, when I say lost it, I mean, like, I told the agent, listen, we got to figure this out. You got to talk to your seller, because I don't know what you guys got going on, but we got to get this figured out. Because like I'm already out, like, with my buyers. They're moving from New Jersey to Florida. They're already like moved their jobs. Everything's already set up, and we're at the finish line. You're telling me that now that this came up, you guys don't want to do nothing. Like, we got to figure this out. She, like, low key, which is wrong, kind of like almost ghosted me for like a week. And then all of a sudden I get a text, hey, here's all the pictures, new update, new everything. They spent like $7,000 on a full foundational engineer to go out and rectify all the foundation issues. So it all got solved on the seller's dime. But like, it's wild, bro. That's why it's like, if you were just a buyer and like you didn't have a good agent, you're not getting that done. You know what I mean? Like, I had to be very aggressive to get that done because they were so like, we're not doing it. And I'm like, we don't really have any other option. Like, this is the house that they want, that they need the price right. Like, we need this one. And if this is fixed, then we're perfect. Because
they could keep the earnest money deposit and all that stuff. Or they tried to at least.
If the house can't meet a 4-point inspection, it's already like defaulting on the loan. So like, you're already obligated to getting your escrow back because the seller isn't going to rectify the issue. Even more so, if they say, hey, we're not going to fix that. Okay, so it's the seller saying, I don't want to work with anything. So that already defaults. Like, if you put $1,000, $5,000 down in earnest money, you get it back. Now, unfortunately, which for, let's say someone's buying a $700,000, $500,000 house, $400,000 house, they probably aren't really caring too much about the inspection and the appraisal that they just spent maybe $800, $1,000 on in total. That money's out the window. But it's protection. Is the house worth what we're going to buy it for? And same thing with the inspection. It is required from the lenders. Like, they need to see like that the house passes a 4-pointer, a wind mitt, especially in Florida. You know, it's good for hurricanes. How old's the roof? For the insurance. So when it comes to that stuff, it's good for a buyer, potential buyer, to say, okay, well, this house is fine or this house isn't fine. So now they know what they're working with. Like, if the house is a dud or they don't like it and they think it's got too many problems, as you as a buyer, you're going to be like $1,000 in and be like, you know what, Chris, like $1,000, I really ain't. I'm happy that we just did this because now I know this house has way too much going on. Let's go look for something else.
What's $1,000 compared to 400,000?
Compared to being stuck in a 30-year loan that now, if you want to go sell the house, you got to disclose the issues or now spend the money to fix them. Unless you're like, I'll take the house if they fix all that.
Yeah.
If it's an issue that's supposed to be fixed, I get it done. I try to make sure we get it done almost every time. I haven't had an issue ever doing it. So we always come, somewhere meet in the middle or just get it done entirely. So yeah, so long story short with the real estate stuff, if you guys looking for houses, man, and low key, buyer's market right now, really, really good. Prices have been dropping crazy, like real crazy. The Fed dropped rate a little bit. Interest rates, we can do rate buy downs. Like if we can get, depending on how we do the money, if we can get like a credit from the seller for closing costs and maybe they don't need the closing costs really, we can take the closing costs that we get from the seller,
buy down,
put it towards the buy down. Same thing with the VA guys. Like VA guys, if you're 100% disability, like property tax, you don't gotta pay that,
brother.
Looking for 100%. Everybody looking for 100%. You know it. So
6 years, dog. 6 years.
That's a big thing. But aside from that, like VA loans are really great too, and the lenders love to work with the VA loans. Like they're really good. The VA people are really good. Everything usually goes pretty smooth with that. And then like new construction stuff, not to be like on that, because I know a lot of freelance agents like me are not big on the builder stuff, because like we don't work for builders. But in this current market, especially in Tampa, like like everything, we all live in like subdivisions. Almost everyone lives in subdivisions unless you want land, right?
Exactly.
So the problem is, well, it's not really a problem. It's good for buyers, but it's hard to compete with someone selling a really nice house, same square footage as the builder, same price as the builder, whatever, right? Your house is used as 2010, it's 2017, it's 2020, whatever. How do we say that house is better with little to no upgrades or whatever than going to like a new construction? And the builders are like, they're adding courts now, like they're doing crazy like fridges. Like there's a lot of the builders like doing a lot more. The standard has gotten higher. You know what I mean? So now like even the base houses are like, these are like really nice. But they're like, hey, you got 5-year warranty on the AC, you got another 3 years on the parts, you got, a 1-2-10 warranty from the builder for stucco, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And then you go there and they're like, we're covering your agent a full commission. We're paying that. We're paying all your closing costs.
Yeah.
They have incentives, rate buy downs. Like, dude, like Lennar, like I think they're still doing it, but like they were like full pay on the agent, closing cost, and then they were doing like rate buy down all the way down. Like the last VA one I did, like now was like a 4.9 or a 4.75% interest.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
Everybody who doesn't know is like, 8%, 7. Like, it's not like that. Like we have to look at the types of loans, see what we can get, and if it's builder, that's why everyone's buying new.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the builders, because they have such a high volume of houses, they can go to the lender and say, hey, as an incentive to get people to buy new, we need to have the rates low. So they buy a whole bunch of loans from, they get a whole bunch of loans from that lender. It's not like me and you going to get just Manny's house. It's you as the builder saying, hey, I want you to do a loan for 1,000 houses.
Yeah.
So of course it can give you a good discount on the rate.
That's
There's a whole bunch of loans.
That's bulk buy 101.
It's a big bulk buy. That's all it is. So that's hard, But again, for buyers, great option too. Certain builders, great option.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
Another thing to think about.
Yeah. Did you have any questions?
I know you mentioned nothing about the realty stuff, but I do have some car questions. Some Tampa scene questions because you've been out here a while.
I'll be out here, be that.
And you mentioned Tampa Racing a few times. Did you have an account?
I personally did not have an account because I was a child.
I was about to say he sounded like he was too young.
I was a child, but I was always on Tampa Racing all the time, looking at all the call outs. Because there was a time like on TR for like graveling, or like when they were doing like the top 10 lists, like fast street cars in Tampa. If you got called out and I think it was like if you didn't answer the call out and schedule a date and a time to do the race, like let's say you were number 10 on the list. If you got called out by Manny and Manny's not on the list because you're number 10 and you didn't respond, whether you didn't see it, you're out of town, car's broken, whatever, doesn't matter. It didn't happen. You fall off the list, right? 10 opens.
Everyone.
How does 10 open? Whoever's going to be I'm going to be 10. Okay, well, spot's not just yours because you're going to be 10. Now you got to go run 9.
Yep.
If you lose to 9, you're 10. You beat 9.
You're 9.
You're 9. He's 10. You know what I mean? You drop down. But I used to always be on there, look at all the mess. It was a lot. It was a lot of problems with like a lot of the shops. Like the shops were very competitive and always talked a lot of crap all the time. So it was like there's a lot of stuff, a lot of drama on there.
Yeah. So the main reason I asked is because of that. Like at least you got to see all of that.
Oh, dude, I was Pringles in a bag with my dad, just watching everybody like, oh man, they're finally gonna race. It's been like a month. It's crazy.
So, I guess this came up with Neil. Was it Neil? Or was it Roscoe? Where we were talking about how that was such a good thing because it held people accountable. Like
Neil.
Oh yeah, that was the receipts. That was
Neil.
There.
Yeah. So, I guess my question is, do you miss Tampa Racing? Should we bring it back? And I don't know. Just what are your thoughts about it?
Should we bring it back? I love it. I still rock the license plate frame on the Z. Like I would love to bring it back. Like, do I love all that stuff about it? Yeah. Do I like everything that it was and like all the drama, like the way it was because it had a purpose? Yeah. Bring it back. Again, times have changed. Like realistically, is that like a
sensitive people now?
But is that like a source that like can get narked on? Is that a source that like
always but Instagram is everything is
but I mean like is TR gonna be Sora? Like no, it's not gonna be AI. It's literally like a form. It's just Peter Chaser. Oh, Manny's car slow as shit. Oh, you won't run it on Thursday though. That's next week. That's a couple days. He's not gonna do it. And and then the difference was like, dude, like that wasn't even Instagram days or not. That was like Facebook. Very, very limited.
That was MySpace.
That sounds like MySpace.
Yeah, but like even then, like that wasn't like you didn't go on there for any car. You didn't share video. You didn't do Messenger. That wasn't the thing yet. It was just like you would post and like talk to people via like post. But the TR stuff was literally like this was your WhatsApp, your Messenger, your group chat, your IG chat. Like that's what it was, with just maybe like a really shitty like picture.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he didn't put the turbo on the car, and then it's a potato picture of like the car with the turbo. Like, oh, he really did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, I would love to see it, but it'd have to be I feel like so unlocked, so underground to do it the way it was.
Maybe like a Reddit, but
no.
Because it was not even that. Tampa Racing.
It sounds like it was Reddit.
But Tampa Racing was literally, it was a call out racing page. It was for racing in Tampa. You called people out. It wasn't to go like chit chat like, oh man, how's your car going?
Right.
My car's been going great. No, ain't none of that. Manny, your shit's slow. Where you at? You haven't been out in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
got
That's what it was.
It was where all the meets were happening. You had that. You had the classifieds for people selling their parts.
Yeah, the classifieds
for
were
the
cool.
card. I love that part.
Shit, if you were 240 like a S13 guy, bro, if you were a Honda or an S13 guy back in TR days, classifieds, you got everything on there, dude. Whatever you needed.
I loved classifieds. Way better than marketplace. Quote me on it. But yeah, that whole, I don't know. I just feel nostalgic about it. I always think about it like, damn, I miss that forum so much. I spent so much time on it.
It sucks. So there's certain things that, like again, times progress and things change, but like that never that didn't really develop. That was like it had its era and then now it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You go like, damn, R.I.P. Like it's like,
yeah,
that was for us.
Yeah.
That was for us. That wasn't for anybody. That was just for members, and you have to get accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not just making it count. So.
Yeah. Well, that was my question. I just heard you, and I always ask everybody.
Yeah.
Like, did you have, were you on Tampa Racing? Because it was just one of the best informational.
If I made a Tampa Racing account when I was a kid, like if I would have just made one just to be on there, it would have, at that point in time in my life, it would have been like D's Nuts or something. like D's Nuts, like LS2 or something. Like, oh,
that's funny.
And they would have been like every day, like, yo, this guy's always talking some stuff. Like, where's he at? Just to find out, it's like, oh, that's Wolf's kid. It's the 11-year-old kid over there on the skateboard in the parking lot of Lowe's. That's me talking about these nuts. Okay.
Blackberry with the sides go.
Nah, bro, I was rocking the what was it? The
Sidekick?
No, like the Rumor. The slide board, the Rumor, like the first Rumor 2.
I don't even remember.
LG? Yeah. What are you talking about?
I used to have a chocolate too. Like
I remember I
had
a
Virgin Mobile. Yeah, that was Virgin Mobile.
Or Alltel.
I don't know.
I had a chocolate.
I had the chocolate. I thought it was hot. There was I got a Racer. I'm like, that's a garbage phone.
Check this
paper.
out.
Everyone was always breaking them. I'm like, those are trash, dude. Chocolate though.
Nothing beats the Nokia, the brick, the OG brick.
Yeah, bro. My dad had like that Motorola one with the diamond plate, the rubber one. It was like the contractor phone.
Yeah.
He thought that was the hottest thing.
Or the yellow black Nextel.
That was the other one. Those two. But if you had the yellow one, you were like legit construction worker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you at?
That was the whole thing, bro.
So I guess I do have one last question. I guess it pertains to your dad since you brought him up too. I'm assuming he was like really big into racing and PR.
He was as a teenager, yeah, he was.
Yeah, but did he go out to like Salinas or like any of those tracks? Or
my dad has always been like he goes to the track or whatever, but my dad has always been a street racing guy, and I will tell you right now, like from all his friends, from all his cousins, from anybody that's ever known him that's still like in Tampa today, that like knew him back in like high school back then.
Mm-hmm.
Last story, he used to have a brown, like a copper. 268, I think it was a 260Z, whatever, same deal. Small block Chevy. It had like a high rise intake, like a Dominator or whatever, and then it had like the BDS style, like the 3-flap intake. So it looked like it was like a bar car, but it was just the intake. It was on some like bullet wheels, like not the drag ones, like the Pep Boy special ones, are probably like 80 pounds a wheel.
Yeah.
On some like Cooper tires, like, just some really oversized Coopers, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was all gutted out, whatever. That car was on nitrous. That car was like super fast. And this was probably, I gotta say that's probably like early 90s. Probably like 1990, 1992, something like that. And he went out one night with his friends and his cousins, whatever. And there was this one kid on the island at the time, because my dad lived in Utuado, which is like deep, like at the time, like farm town in the mountains, really deep in the center. So like you're kind of really rural. You're not like, Ponce or San Juan, like somewhere kind of, or beachy town. You're in the center of the island.
Mm-hmm.
So they went out, whatever, to the highway. This is like when they were just dynamiting the mountains and making like that big highway. I forget what it's called. And he goes out there, super rich kid, his age, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Dad's a cardiologist or whatever. He's a doctor. He's got a brand new Fox Body 5.0. Fox brand new Fox Body Mustang in Puerto Rico. Like, that's hotness. Like, that's not like there's just a Ford dealer of Mustangs everywhere. You know what I mean? So he had it with whatever, exhaust, headers, intake, whatever, the full catalog that I guess you could have got on like Jegs or whatever at the time, or whatever they had back then. Like everything, it had everything you could do to the car. Kid was like, "Oh yeah, car's super fast." Da, da, da. Which I mean, yeah, I would assume back then it was a fast car. You know what I mean? Little 302 with bolt-ons, whatever. But the dude was like super, like, "Oh yeah, nobody beats me." Everyone's like, "Oh, that car's so fast," whatever. So my dad goes out there in the brown car, and my dad was a Subaru mechanic. He had his own shop on my grandfather's farm. He was like the one guy who knew Subarus, which is weird because like my dad's not a Subaru guy, but he in high school and like early, college age, he was a Subaru guy. He had a shop and he worked on all the Subarus in the area. Like there was nobody that was like versed on them, so like he was the mechanic for them. So, anyways, now we'll get into that why that's attached. He goes out there, whatever. They go line up. They race. From what I hear, it wasn't even a run. Like the Z was so far out. Like when he hit the spray, the car was just gone. At the end, when they passed by, like whatever they call like the finish or whatever, there's like a little building or a little store or whatever. I guess there was cops already waiting, and like nobody saw or nobody knew the cops were there. So they go chasing, like, and all the people with their cars parked or whatever on the road and everything. It was just like the two cop cars. So they're like, oh, they're chasing Wolf and whatever, and they're chasing the Mustang. So everyone's just chilling. Everyone's like, okay, well, damn, like, what now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got got. Like, what's up? So my dad's cousins tell me, they're like, yeah, we were there that night. They're not car people at all, but they always just went out to go do shenanigans with him. You know, you're a Puerto Rican high school kid in the early 90s. Like, you're just going out to do whatever. So they're looking and they're like, what's going on, man? Like, it's been a couple minutes. Like, we don't see the lights. Like, what happened? And they're talking about like, oh, we should go check or see if like someone should go drive and see like if what will happen. And so then like my dad's cousin was like, and then all of a sudden like we get like a pat like on our shoulders, and some asshole's just like, damn, I think he went to jail. And it's my dad in his Subaru wagon, and they're like, yo, wait, what? What did you say? And he's like, cabrón. He's like, I went around, whatever, you know what I mean? And he's like, I went back to the house and I put the car in the back. And he got his Subaru wagon. It was like the one with like the little like pyramid looking like hubcaps, like a goldish brown like wagon. And he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up the Subaru when I come back. And they're like, are you driving the Subaru? He's like, yeah, brother. They're like, they're like, oh, what happened to what's his name with the Mustang? When I was like, I said, yo, like, maybe he's probably in jail. I don't know. And everyone's like, bro, that's wild. Like, you came like you're in the daily now, like. You were getting got, and now it's been 15 minutes. You're back in the daily. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him, but whatever. Like they're like, yo, and he, the way he was always like, yeah, like, how did it look? Like, how did it go? They're like, bro, like that, you destroy him. Like,
yeah,
okay.
walk,
whatever. Get in the Subaru, go out to the bar, whatever. That's how it used to be back then, dude. But
man,
yeah, everyone always knew him as like a fast street guy. Always, even Tampa, wherever, it didn't matter. So,
gotcha.
It's a legend, dude. That's the story. That's the Wolfman right there.
What about you? Have you gone to Puerto Rico and seen the car scene?
Yeah. I used to go like every other summer. I haven't been since like probably I was like 18, 19. But I used to go religiously like every other year. But I would go with my uncles. They were kind of like into like the whole Banshee scene and everything else, like running 4-tracks and ATVs or whatever.
They got all over shirts now. They're all
bro, stop with all the team shirts, all skin tight and everything.
Lo más duro del monte.
Oh, stop. I was like, you guys are way too old to be doing this bullshit like this. Like, you guys are acting like children. And, they're like 30, 40. I'm like, you guys are wild. But they knew that I'm car people, from my dad. But, like, my dad never brought me in Puerto Rico to anything. But, like, my uncles would. And, like, we went to, Salinas a couple times and so, stuff like that. And it was cool. Like, it's different. It's definitely different. There was another drag strip. I can't remember. I don't think it was Carolina. I think it was it Carolina? I know that we went to one that was like super. I was like, is this really a drag strip?
It was.
Because it had a street light hanging. And there was literally mothers with strollers on the inside walls of the drag strip. Like walking against the wall with the baby on the inside where the cars run. And you just see like a Suzuki Samurai and a freaking RX-7. Wow! And I'm like, bro, they're running off the street light, which I thought was like cool street racing stuff. And then I'm like, but why is people standing on the barrier wall? Hundreds of people standing on the barrier wall and people inside the track, like with like freaking like a Boricua Chino just eating like Chinese food, like pinchos and shit. I'm like, this must not be like NHRA or anything sanctioned because this is getting shut down today, boy. It's be the end of this place. But yeah, no, I used to go with them and stuff, and shit was like, it was wild, completely different, not the same.
Wow,
Totally
that's
different.
crazy.
Totally different.
So with Neil, I keep saying it. Shout out Neil. But he came up with this whole thing of asking us a question. So is there any questions that you have for either of us, both of us at the same
probably ask you
time?
guys a question. Okay. So like start with Manny. So Manny super knows TR stuff and everything. So how old were you? What car did you have? And how far back, like TR days, like original Tampa, like OG, like what's your OG like story? Like car, age, why, and how you got in it?
I think I joined when I was 17 before I had my car.
Okay.
Just because I was going out there with friends, like out to remember the Chuck E. Cheese meet on 60.
Yeah.
Like I was going to all those, and so I made that account before I even had a car. But I ended up getting a '92 Integra
Okay.
that I did everything to DA. And that's when I was real active on there and going through all that.
He got his Integra. He was super active.
Oh, it was
every
like,
Integra owner in Tampa in those days.
It was because I was always just reading. I was always just like, all right, let me see. Might look up through the classifieds. As soon as I got the car, like very first day I started posting. I was like, oh yeah. I started.
Manny's like, I'm in the scene now.
Yeah.
I'll be out here tonight. I'm going over here.
Yo, what time we meet now? I'm here.
I was excited.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
What's up?
Heck yeah. Okay. So Manny was 17.
17.
Teggied up.
Teggied
Had
up.
his TR name.
Yeah.
What was your TR
Well, I was about to say, what was
92
it?
Teggy.
92 Teggy.
92 Teggy.
Yep. Nobody had it.
Basic name.
Wow.
He was that guy. He was that guy.
That's the one I wanted. I ended up getting it.
Nice. 92 Teggy.
He was like, oh,
I was like, I wasn't even looking at 90s or 91s. I was like, I got to get a 92 because my TR name.
He typed in 1990 Teggy was saying, he's like, gotta get a 92.
Fuck.
Gotta get a 92.
Gotta get a 92.
Man, I don't know.
Why are you buying this car? Don't worry about that.
For all the wrong reasons.
For a TR name. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That's funny.
Okay, so that's cool then. All right.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know, Peter, for you, let's go a little different. I'll ask a car question with a life question. So,
Ooh.
what's been your, even if it's current, what's been your favorite car or build that you've owned, and what made you want to get into the military?
Jeez.
Start with whatever's easier.
So favorite car, it's a 3-way tie for 3 different reasons, and I'll try to be quick. The NA Miata, that bought during COVID, had a turbo and had a 94 NA6 1.8 or NA8, sorry, 1.8 swapped into it. Turbo, tuned by Troy.
Okay. Trilogy car, okay.
Yeah. And then, but that was fun in general, just because my dad had a NA Miata.
Okay, cool.
I mean, he's nothing to like hang my hat on, but I just remember that's like one of the few cars I remember him having, and so, but the car honestly was just a great deal. I got the car for $2,800, and it had a hardtop on it too, which hardtops are like
you got a hardtop,
$2,800 like, as it is.
Yeah, you like, oh wow, you got a real OEM hardtop.
Yeah. So, but yeah. You said why you regret it, huh?
Didn't that leak a lot? Or no, that was the
no, mine didn't.
That was the S2K where the hardtop.
Yeah, the S2K did. And the S2K just felt super heavy. So I had an S2K and the Miata at the same time, and I just didn't like the S2K at all compared to this boosted rocket ship of a Miata.
Yeah, dude. So, not to sound like that, until you drive a Miata or turbo Miata, like first gen.
Yeah.
You don't have to like it. You don't have to fit the look of the. You don't have to be just.
You gotta respect it
to yourself. If you drive when you have it, they are fun.
Yeah,
they are fun.
Yeah. And then I will say both Z's. One of them is in that case over there, but that was when I got it right. Turbos. Intercoolers. The first time I did it, I did huge CX Racing front mount. It was an NA with a TT swapped into it.
Okay, was it 300?
Yeah, 300ZX. Sorry, I'm talking about 300ZX.
Our turbos, I'm like,
Z32s.
we're talking Z32 right now.
Yeah.
Hate working on VGs. Love those cars. Love those motors, though.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever like, after you take it apart completely or pull the motor, then you realize it's actually pretty simple. It's just it's vacuum ports everywhere. Just like was it 3000 GT or any, like it's just vacuum everywhere. So the first one, like I said, had CX Racing. It was just buying someone's project. I bought it off of emotion, all this other stuff, but I was like emotionally attached to that car. Ended up deploying, having a shop deal with it, which is ZDocs. If you are listening, if any of you are listening, do not go to ZDocs. I don't know who they are now, or
I think Brett,
whatever.
I think he shut down.
It wasn't Brett. It was who he
his partner
sold it to, gave whatever. It was that dude, Brett.
Brett actually didn't, I don't think, ever worked on those. He was always the the
Datsun guy. Yeah. So, which sucks because I feel like ZDocs, being with the Datsuns, probably had a good name. I don't know.
They were very well known. They were like the go-to for all that.
Yeah.
And that is Z Fever, but
anyways.
Continued.
I have anyways. So yeah, the first one definitely I cut my teeth on. I'll put it that way. And it taught me a lot. My garage probably wouldn't be my garage now if it wasn't for ZDocs, Z Fever, and that first Z. I wouldn't know what I know now if it wasn't for that experience.
It made you sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to start diving into learning a little bit more and figuring out how to do more myself.
Yeah. Like I kind of always been my flavor of meticulous, if you will.
Yeah.
But like I was deployed too. And so it was just like, I don't want to have this car not running when I get, like I wanted it to be running when I got back so that way I could just enjoy it.
Yeah, limited time, but at the same time you feel like you just haven't had time to do anything fun, so you don't want to be like more work.
Yeah, but what makes sense though is I should have I bought all the parts brand new and sent them over to him. I think he stole some of the parts. I think I got my engine back because he said I needed a new engine, which come to find out that wasn't even the case.
Sounds like a very common shop story.
Yeah, but I got all my hardware back in a cigar box.
That's like an upgrade. What you put in a Ziploc or new boxes?
All the hardware was brand new.
What?
Nissan label brand new. Nissan white label brand new. Well, white and silver. Damn. Yeah. New old stock.
Back in an acid box.
Not even acid, bro. It was like someone went to one of those like cigar places down on what is it?
An Ebor,
and they just like threw a cigar box out, like an old one, and then just this guy was
got
just
a rusty hinged box,
bro. It was a wooden one, and it was like busted and splintered and all that.
It wasn't even a nice box.
Yeah. So that's how I got all my stuff back. But like I said, it was the lesson behind it, and then the Red Z was like, hey, I'm doing it right this time. And was
that a turbo car from the start?
Yes.
Okay. The other one wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
The other one.
Yeah. Yep. So
turbo ones though, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I bought that from like an 80-year-old up in Alabama.
Sorry for everybody or the young kids. I'm not dogging anybody, but 300ZX is not a 300 without a turbo.
I agree.
You got an NAVG. Swap it, do something. I don't want to hear about it. It's not turbo, you don't have a Z.
Yeah.
That's my personal
Unless you already have a turbo Z and then that's like your daily or something, maybe.
Yeah, if you're just that fanboy, you love Zs that much, you're like, oh yeah, my built, turbo cars at home. This is just the one I drive to just because. Oh, cool. Yeah. You probably have that sticker that's like, my other car is a ... or whatever it is. Be that guy.
And why I joined the military, my short answer is so my mom can leave me alone. That was my short answer. So I went to school for automotive collision and body, which is how you're like painting your car. I hit one up and I was like, bro, I need you to like teach me or show me or whatever.
Dude, don't put Juan on the couch, bro. He don't want to get big on the painting. He don't want to get everybody.
Yeah, he does.
I'll do all the work, just painting. He's like,
yeah. Well, bro. I told him, I was like, I don't want you to do it for me. I want you to critique me.
Yeah.
That's what I want. So like, there's some things that I've painted, and I think Manny and my other name is probably the only one that's ever seen it. It comes out good, and I think that I'm decent at it. But there's like, it's almost like skipping steps. Like I don't know the, I guess, by the book way.
Right, but if you learn the proper steps with like the more proper materials, maybe you could do something nicer, better, or at least learn it to where like anything, practice and go like, okay, well, I'll never paint something the way I used to do it because, well,
I know how to do it
with my, I got a gun now, I got a separator, I got a this. And like, that's the thing, right? You get a feeling, you know what you do. So it's the same process every time. It's just the results are always as good as you make them,
Yeah, with a rattle can, which I always go to Napa, get the color code, and then always get the 2K clear. So like I go about it the right way. Yeah. But I've never just painted at a very
no vice level.
Yeah.
Which that's like me. Like I've never done any type of real body work until I did like the Z Bay. And like it's nothing to rave about. I mean, it's miles away from what it was when I started a couple months ago. Like, oh my God, it was freaking terrible, bro. Like it was so bad. All the holes in it's terrible. Yeah. But and it just, dude, the time and the sanding and all the curves, and I'm like, it's an engine bay. That was a whole bunch of things. I was like, it's supposed to look like a SEMA car. Like, does it need to be that smooth? Like, should I really block everything with a block? I'm like, I could probably just sand it smooth. There's things where I see where I'm like, if I would have put a little bit more skim coat on all that and then blocked all that, it wouldn't have like a wave on the metal. But I'm like, it's a Fireball from like a 50-year-old car. I welded a couple holes. So like, the metal, of course, is going to warp a little bit. But like, if you see it, you're going to be like, Chris, this looks amazing. But I know where it could have been. But it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. But I'm like, I know I could have put that's the thing. I put another 5 hours. Another 10 hours, another week into it. Obviously, it's going to look better if you do that. But, dude, and you know what happened to me with the wrong color, the wrong blue? Because, again, not painters. I thought I got something that matched really well. And Juan's like, well, bro, like, you're going to have to resand all of this again. Getting the corners real good. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm going to kill myself. Buy more paint. And then I go to another paint shop, a different one that he recommended. And they're, like, sitting there with all these special lights and cameras and everything. And they're like, right there, they're like, we don't do spray outs, but we can do, mixed paint custom to get you like as close as we can. Do it's like 95, 98% match. It's like you just would never know. Like it's so good. Yeah. And they were way cheaper than the other shop. So I'm like, oh my God. The whole thing was a learning lesson. Yeah. Which honestly, cheap lesson learned, but now I feel like I learned so much from this one go around because it wasn't like a day thing. It was a couple weeks thing. Yeah. I just feel like now, like I'm not really scared to approach that type of stuff now. I'm like, I can do it. I'm like the paint stuff, like Juan sprayed it, but maybe next time, like the Eclipse, maybe next time around, maybe same deal. Because he told me, he's like, when do you want to spray that one? I'm like, well, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, honestly, like if we do that one, I think if anything, I need him to like show me and explain and like set up. Like the gun and stuff, and then if I get a run or something, I get a run. I'll sand it, we'll respray it, or I'll buff it, whatever. But like, I want to get a feel for that. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing I haven't done. But I want to do it.
Yeah, that's why I say that first. He was the lessons learned one. That was a lesson learned one because I literally could. That's what's kind of set the blueprint to because I've liked a lot of different cars. But of course the new car, that's what makes me not afraid of that. Cause it's like, oh, if it blows up, okay. I have a cherry picker. I pull it.
Is the new car disclosed yet? Like, or that's like
only a few people know. I haven't posted it or anything. Okay. It's not necessarily a secret.
Side note about this, not secret. That's not even, I do want to, if anything, take a look at it.
Yeah. As soon as we finish here shortly, which we should have done like, an hour ago, probably. but last but not least, that's what made me want to what makes me not afraid to do trades like that or to buy stuff like that, because once you've pulled apart a VG30 and built it back up, sky's the limit. You can do anything.
You can build a VG. You can build anything.
Yeah. But on that note, we are gonna go ahead and end this episode. Chris, I definitely appreciate you being here. Racer Realtor, if you actually need a property. Manny, Chris, take it easy.